Sorry, 1 second. We are doing some casting today with, you should be able to hear him now, Bronies.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, there he is. Cool. And so, yeah, I'm here solo in Norman. Bronies is. Are you in Kansas City, Bronies?
I live downtown Kansas City, actually, yeah.
Downtown Kansas City. Nice. Okay, well, we're going to be shoutcasting the first few games of OKLC, or not OKLC, sorry. GetRECt Fall Split, week 2 for Diamond, or Plymond, because Plat and Diamond mix. So the first game we're going to be doing is going to be Landsneck versus Kansas State University. So really not much ado. We'll just get right into it.
Sounds good.
All right. Game started. There we go. And let me know
Cool.
if you're having any trouble at the beginning of this, Jabronis.
Yeah, not a problem. Are you at minute or second 10, 11?
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
Cool, cool.
Cool,
Just making
cool.
sure there's no delay.
All right, so we've got Mechanical Reaper on Urgot, King Shackdaddy on Hecarim, Rito Torchic on Syndra, Karamat on Kaisa, and PB Doughboy on Brand over on the blues. Want to do the red side?
On the red side, we have Vibon on Scion. We have I'm a Daddy Twitch on Jax. We have Mortally Divine on the Lysandra with the Yabienda on Varus and Lord Care Bear on the Braum.
Right, it looks like Syndra is going to spot out the back end of that invasion. KSU gets spotted. Looks like they're not going to... Yeah, just going to walk on out of there. All right, failed invade. They do get a deep ward, though.
Looking over the runes here, everything looks pretty normal. The only thing that I would question right now is the press the attack on the Kaisa. It's an interesting choice.
Minions have spawned.
Turn you down just a smidge, but we'll see. All right,
Okay.
trying to keep an eye on Twitch chat.
Yeah. I've noticed I'd rather be too loud than too quiet. It looks like
Also,
an early
yes.
trade in the
Wow.
top lane.
A lot of damage for an early trade. Vibon already getting dropped below half. Takes 2 passive procs from the Urgot. Alright, that's going to be a
Will
bad.
be
And he teleports back. Good leash for I am a daddy. I wonder if he's actually a daddy.
Good pull up
Buff.
Twitch chat.
Yeah, don't forget to pull up Twitch chat. Sometimes it's good feedback. It's too loud, somebody's too quiet.
Sure, for sure. Looks like a pretty normal start for Jax in the going blue to wolves. Let's see what kind of path he takes. A pretty easy gank for him, honestly, against the Scion.
Pretty immobile champion. His only really escape is his ultimate, if you can get past against. Yeah, same with Urgot. Both these champions in the top lane, super immobile. Neither of them really have escapes. There is a teleport down on Scion though, so wow, Hecarim not a very healthy clear though. Not gonna be getting anytime soon.
Yeah, for sure. Looking
Did go
across
for the
them.
speedy horse build.
Oh, a backwards unbreakable from Braum there. And one thing I noticed with these guys is having to get, having to learn people's names and say them, and this is going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to, you just say the champion name. I kind of sort of seamlessly flow between the two, you know? Like, if I'm about to say one and I don't know the name, I'm just like, it's Urgot.
It's Urgot.
A little bit of a skirmish happening up in the top lane.
Well, a 2v2 situation.
Gonna flash out, though.
Mm-hmm. Early flash on Urgot is pretty bad for him, especially with the kind of trade Scion can take away with him. And Hecarim still has Ghost, so that if I were him, I would be looking for another repeat gank to the top lane.
Yeah. I mean, he's a speedy pony. You have to have boots for Fury to activate, right? Or not
Predator.
Fury. Yeah, Predator. My bad.
Yes, yeah. And you'll see him back here right now and pick up the boots. 100%.
Yeah. Bax picks up the boots. Yep. That's gonna be a speedy gank. I saw that Hecarim got banned in the C9 TSM match the other day.
That's a lot of since Garen's been playing a lot of him, so I bet that's why.
Rito Torchic getting a really good trade on a
Pops the nullifying orb. That's gonna be a pretty good level 6 spike whenever Rito Torch hits that.
Now, what is the cooldown on that? On nullifying orb? A minute and a half? 2 minutes?
I play mid lane, but I don't rarely run the rune.
it's not a necessary one, especially when you want damage. There's some other options.
Generally, I'm the one that's popping the nullifying orb, so.
Lissandra, I could see why she might be a champion that would want it. One, you're against a Syndra and a Kaisa. Both have substantial
And a
magic
brand.
damage. And a brand.
Yeah.
And two, she's
pretty
a
good
very
choice.
ham mid laner, I guess you could say.
For sure, for sure. Looking at the CS right now in about 4.5 minutes in the game, Syndra's got a pretty healthy lead, and it's only going to get bigger.
Oh yeah, definitely a lane bully. And I believe Rito Chorchik, Syndra's one of comfort picks. Takes a free turret shot there, looking to zone. Accidentally eats one for it. Wow, giant wave getting shoved in. Urgot can definitely pull ahead in CS here if he picks up the majority of these minions.
Jax has no opportunity to gank either side lane, so he's really going to have to focus the Lissandra. Both lanes shoved in, I mean, and there's hella vision around the Dragon Pit.
Even more poke onto the Mechanical Reaper. It really sucks to get behind as Urgot, because to really maximize your damage, you need to hit lots of those passive procs, which means you need to be in a good position to trade, because you have to be able to, like, all in at a moment's notice. Nice root.
Here comes the gank. Oh, a fantastic Sky of the Week.
That was clean. Knocks him back, not gonna get stunned.
Taking a look at all the summoner spells here. Everything's up for red side for KSU.
A lot of damage
Lands?
on the Abienda here, but same with PB Doughboy.
Was a good early flash. Oh, almost a return kill. He might flash forward for this. Decided against it.
Wow, both of those people in the bot lane going very low. Yabienda though does have flash, does have heal. PB Doughboy has to burn his though. He's hanging around. Oh.
Oh, flashed in. Oh, the Braum almost took that kill from him. Jax has no way out. His Q and flash is down. Unbreakable stays with the Void Seeker there.
Yeah. Unbreakable and heal come out. Keep him nice and safe. Gonna back an award. Nothing that can really be done about it though. Even Doughboy decides to stay there down in the bot lane. He does have the flash up, but they don't have a ward in the try. Karamat hanging out in the bot lane. KSU doesn't know they're sitting on a ward. They might now.
Ghost is up. I mean, if Hecarim wants to try to make a gank here.
Brand is back. Heal is down. Lord Careborn no sums, but he's gonna go back to clearing. Rito Torch are gonna go for a big trade. That's electric. Yeah, that's electric. Doughboy getting very aggressive, trying to force some
curious
back.
if the cleanse on Cinder can she cleanse the Lissandra ultimate?
Yes.
I know she can cleanse the W, the root, but I'm not sure if she can. Oh, I think that's a kill.
No!
He's gonna burn down.
Doughboy gets close, trying to harass Lord Care Bear. He does pick up the kill on Lord Care Bear, though. So 1 for 1.
Here comes Sion. Yeah, and that answered our question.
Yep. Looks like she take the damage, but you can cleanse the stun part. But yeah, down in the bot lane, PB Doughboy gets very aggressive on the Lord Care Bear. Does pick up the kill with Ignite and a full combo, but goes down to Yabienda. 2 deaths for PB Doughboy now. Only deaths on his team, though.
This is the flip on Urgot. Here comes the Arcane Comets left and right. It's League of Arcane Comet in the top lane.
Fortunately for Mechanical Reaper, who's trying to get a good trade, here comes Jax. Hecarim's not anywhere around to save
Got
him.
flash up. He's gonna have to flash here.
All right, good flash, but is it going to save him?
Here comes
Red
his
buff.
W. Oh, they're gonna dive. They're gonna have to. Oh, a fantastic. Uses ultimate. He might. Oh, he had a free kill there.
All right, well, ends up
1 for
being
1
a
trade.
1 for 1, yeah. But flashes both burned as well. That's a little bit of damage on this turret, not too much. That could have
We
been
are-
much worse for Mechanical Reaper.
We are reading chat, by the way, Mortally.
Actually, for some reason, this happened the other day. Twitch chat doesn't pop up on my end. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Not sure why that is. So, if something important's in chat, let me know, jabronis. About
2v2
audio.
situation. The chain came out. Oh my god. The absolute burst damage from the Varus is insane.
Yeah, he's popped PB Doughboy twice now.
That's going to
Popped
be the
Spare
biggest
now.
issue this match is if either one of those bot laners get caught. There's no tanks, and that actually might be the whole situation the entire game. Not a huge front line on the blue side. Oh, he buffered the Braum ultimate. He might live here. Oh my god. Once again, the burst damage from Yabienda.
Yeah, they go for the dive on PB Doughboy. He pops a full combo down onto Lord Care Bear, gets the stun, picks up a 1-for-1. But Yabienda with another kill, 3-0-0. Doesn't look like he has any sort of CS advantage, actually, because as long as Kai'Sa picks up those wave under tower.
It does look like Kai'Sa is going for the Rage Blade.
Oh wait,
build.
coming back in, but here's Shack Daddy.
A fantastic Lissandra ult into the
Yeah.
Scion Q.
Yeah, they pick up a kill in the top lane. Hecarim, no mana, has to back off after that one. Even though they pushed Lissandra deep under the tower, not enough damage to pick it up. I did fix Twitch chat. I can now see Twitch chat. Ooh, that's a lot of damage on Torchic.
That's the most important thing, is as long as you fix Twitch chat.
I can see it now. Top turret gonna start getting low here. Keeper teleport. A lot of minions on the tower. Torchic looking for 4 jacks. He's gonna steal the camp.
the
He's
ultimate
gonna stun
available.
him. Bam.
Freest
That's
kill
a
of
kill.
Syndra's life right there. Really good read from her too. She must have seen him on an earlier ward and assumed he was in the wolf pit.
And after that roam up to the top lane, Syndra was able to pick up first Tower Blood in the mid lane by herself. So, first Tower Blood goes over to Syndra, picks up a kill as well. 1-0-0. Ginormous CS lead for Syndra as well due to Lissandra's roam and getting bullied. Mechanical Reaper looking for a kill onto Vibon here. Vibon no ultimate, no flash. He just has to chase him.
Yeah, I can't see the flash bar on my screen. Oh, Braum pops the stopwatch. Here comes the change from Varus. Does he proc the Braum? Yep, he does. A short range Q, another stopwatch pop. Hecarim comes in, runs over Varus.
Really good play from Lord Care Bear there. Oh, stun lands onto Lissandra. PB Doughboy in trouble though.
Oh, flash W from Lissandra. Another stopwatch pop for Kai'Sa. This may or may not be a kill. He doesn't go for it. Predator
Man.
pop from Hecarim, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like he pops it. Doesn't go back in though.
Just an absolute bloodbath. This game is opening up, for sure.
Man, so in that fight there, it looked like it was definitely going in Sneck's favor. Really well timed. I don't think they knew that he had the stopwatch. Really well timed stopwatch. Blocks a lot of the combos coming out of Sneck. Blocks the ultimate from Brand, not Singed, Brand. And really helps open up that fight at the beginning. But some nice kiting from Sneck helps them turn it back around a bit. They make it back under the tower. Good kiting. No extra kills. Whoa!
A head scratcher trying to go 1v1 against a level 10 completed Luden's Echo Syndra, but I respect the 1v1. He's trying to out here be the next double lift.
Yeah, Yabienda, he did have some really good bursts in a lot of these fights against Squishies, but Syndra's burst is even better at the moment.
They ignored him last fight, so he thought that he was an invisible champion.
Right, now they're going to start picking up vision around this Herald. Sneck up 1.3k. They're also up a tower. They're up tower first blood. Down to dragon, though.
The biggest thing here for blue side is the mid lane tower is down, so it really opens up the middle of the map. Brand is continually landing stuns, and that's going to be an issue going forward for them.
Yeah.
They're going to have to click left or right against this champion.
Brand, usually a champion that's not really considered, or really known for his CC, but his stun is about 2 seconds long at max rank. Ult comes out of Yabienda, doesn't land onto Rito Torchic, though. That could be a sign for Sneck to fight here. Lost a big team fight ult.
Syndra's a little bit low on mana, but she does probably have enough for a full combo. Looks like pings are going down from blue to Rift Herald. If I were them, I'd look towards that. Everyone's going back down towards bot side.
Gonna head down. This wave.
They've got the vision around.
Literally
the Rift
everybody's backing. Look at this. So many backs going down across the map.
Herald. Interestingly enough, Hecarim opted for the Cinderhulk rush rather than going Triforce into the Cinderhulk.
All right.
So he's going to be a little bit weaker, but he is still kind of tanky.
Looks like we've got a CS advantage for Snack in every single position right now.
Pretty low CS numbers, other than the Syndra.
Yeah, Syndra she's been staying mid. She hasn't really been roaming. She picked up a lot of waves during Lissandra's roam. She picked up first tower by herself during Lissandra's roam. So Syndra, definitely the biggest point. I'd say the teams are probably close to even in gold at the moment, except for the Syndra. She's like the reason that Snack has a gold lead.
Correct. If I was Rito Torchi, I would be typing in chat saying, "Do not fight unless I'm there."
Exactly. Yeah, she's all of Snack's advantage right now.
Land scatter the weak on the Jax. I probably would have took that 2v2. Lissandra is off to the wayside though.
We have a jungler backing. No vision of the back though.
It's like the game's kind of slowed down now. Everyone's just trying to get their first or second item.
Uh-oh. Boy in an awkward spot, but lands a stun and so much
But
damage.
he knows the chain is down. The chain is back up. He's got heal. Isa jumped in to take the first kill on the Varus. Let's see who wins. This Ignite is ticking with the minions beating up on her.
Heal comes
Late
out.
heal. I think she's got the kill. A 3v2 situation from Landsnake and KSU. Unleash power instantly deletes the Lissandra before she could even flash away.
And Sion does have to flash away. Gets himself out of that fight, doesn't go down with his teammate, and it looks like they're going to turn on to Herald here. Karamat should be careful here. Vibon doesn't have ult or flash, but he does have teleport. He does have a deep ward behind slow health Kai'Sa. Not doing it though. I mean, it'd be tough. She could just run up the river or something.
Yeah. Looks like the Herald is going to be picked up here. Let's see which person picks it up. Looks like Hecarim. Nope. Urgot.
All right, so we've got a getting close to 3k gold lead for, oh, nice route, butt cleanse. That's why you take cleanse.
Cleanse. Yeah. Every
Got
time
lost.
someone takes cleanse in me, it always bums me out when you land a clutch CC. You're like, oh, I got him, and cleanse.
All right, looks like Brand hanging out in the wings here, trying to get the drop on somebody, but they're going to back up. All right, so close to almost a 3k gold lead in favor of Snack, up 2 kills, 1 tower, down a dragon. Again, a lot of the CS lead is on their mid laner. The kills are pretty spread out, but the CS difference is much bigger in mid lane than anywhere else. That's where a lot of that, and got that first tower gold all by herself, so big advantage for Syndra.
And honestly, a lot of the ultimates are coming up right around the same time this dragon's going to spawn. And even though KSU is down in gold, I kind of like their team fight a little bit better if they land the damage, just strictly because of the frontline advantage they have.
Yeah, I mean, if they get a good engage with Jack Sion, I don't know really what Snack can do about it. 3 pretty squishy champions, pretty immobile. I mean, Kai'Sa's got some speed. Here comes that engage.
Oh, they know the cleanse is down. That was a fantastic flash from Syndra. Fight opens up. Hecarim jumping on the Varus. He flashed over the wall. He's not landing any damage, so Landsnake is going to take this fight because Varus is so split off.
A lot of low health bars, but they're still gonna squeeze back out of it. Oh, gets ulted!
God, tested the wins on that.
Oh man, alright, so the kill gets picked up. That's 3 for 1 in favor of Snack.
That was just a great push away from Hecarim. It forced Varus completely out of that fight.
Yeah, so that was a really good engage from Mortally Divine. A nice flash from Rito Torchic, though, got him out of the initial engage. And he's able, wow, buffered that dash. Dashed right in through the stun. They put a bit of damage down in the mid tower with the help of that Herald. Hecarim probably going to pick up this tower in the bot lane. They picked up an Infernal. That's a really big swing for Snack. They're now up 4k gold, up 2 towers, and tied in dragons. So they're sitting in a really good spot here. Although the Syndra is in Urgot. I don't think Urgot really scales super well past the mid game. I mean, that just might be my opinion.
I mean, it really depends what kind of build he goes. If he goes, oh, unstoppable onslaught towards the Urgot, lands the chains, just pouring on the damage on the Urgot. I was just going to mention that if he goes tankier, he'll be able to survive that kind of burst. And
Yeah, he took
That'll
a lot.
pretty much tell him.
Oh, PB Doughboy walks too close though.
The Braum Varus combo is just too good. How quickly, especially if Varus has his passive going, how quickly he can proc these Braum passes. Just stun after stun after stun.
Yeah, that was really clean. Hits the Braum Q, immediately stunning PB Doughboy, and he's a very squishy guy right now. Up to 5 deaths. He's been a lot of their damage, and I think he's been a really big boon to them in these team fights, but he's also gotten himself picked off in a lot of these fights as well, or leading up to these fights.
Looking about still a consistent 3 grand lead for Landsnick. They're looking to clear some Baron vision here. Maybe try to force a ASU's hand over here by the pit. I think they're realizing if they dive the Varus, get him out of the fight, they can just clean up the fight every time. Lysandra is so use your load and then you literally are just sitting there.
Her Q's on a low cooldown, you know? Just try to put out some damage.
Such a hard champion to make working competitive because you literally, it's almost like a crappy version of LeBlanc. You dive in and then you just stand there.
Between your ult and Zanya's, you could probably get close to your E cooldown being back up, right? Maybe like a second off. What is it, 6 seconds max rank with some CDR? Maybe? Although he's not building any CDR.
As a mid laner, if her ult did like double the damage it did, I would think she's a good champion. But
she's got some good utility, but
yeah.
she does struggle a little bit in organized sometime if you can't make your engage work.
Yeah. To be fair, I guess she made Cinder use the Lysandra tax with the cleanse, so.
Right, so a little bit of a bush bait happening up towards the top lane, trying to use Syndra as bait maybe. No vision of the rest of Snack.
Lysandra going in, another cleanse popped. Hecarim dove the Lysandra. Lysandra having to force, once again she stands and dies to the Kaisa. Varus laying the damage, he still survived, he used the heal. Gets the shutdown onto the Syndra.
Oh my goodness, that heal saves his life so low, but just enough to put out the rest of that damage.
It, as per usual, there's an entirely different game going on against these tanks.
Oh man.
It's launching arcane combos at each other. Look at that. One after the other. Flips him. He actually could hit. He's got the full stacks on the Black Cleaver. He uses the ult. A fantastic flash from Sion. Much needed there. But now he knows the cooldown's down. Sion goes in, lands the full Q. Oh, this is going to be really close.
Oh no, he missed his dash.
Everything's down for the Urgot. I think this is it for him.
Oh,
Oh, the bone plate keeps him alive. Like I said, there's an entirely different game going on down here. I love it.
Man, so close, so back and forth. Vibot has to flash the ult to survive, but after he does, he turns around with the ult. Mechanical Reaper gets his shield up just in time, so tries to turn it back, but Vibot walks away from the dash and doesn't get stunned and flipped. That saves him from that part of the fight. Then they just scurried off down the bot lane.
I keep forgetting that both those champions have just a point-and-click shield, so I kept thinking one was going to die, and then a shield popped up.
And then boop! Alright, both teams starting to hang out a run around this Baron. Taking up some vision, clearing out some waves.
Yeah. The biggest thing for
2.5k gold lead?
Yeah. Biggest thing for Landsnake is to pop one of those 2 outer towers on top or bot, because that's really going to open up the map and force some people to respond so they can get some Baron vision. That was a pretty good move from KSU to force the vision around the pit.
Yeah. Oh, now they're hanging out on. They have vision of the Baron. They all go in. They're trying to
they're
sneak
gonna
it.
sneak this. Snake has no idea they're doing this. Urgot's not even channeling a TP. This might be a free Baron.
It looks like it is. They have a ward out in front, but all of KSU went in from behind the Baron.
Spots it out. He's gonna have to fly in. Oh no. Great call. Stops the backs. Urgot channeling the full Q. Oh no. Not only was he late, but he died for it too.
Flash has come out, getting Braum out. Some of the backs finish. The rest of the champions seem to have dashes. Nobody goes down. Now you've got a Baron and a free kill for KSU.
God, just a fantastic
They
call.
do
I don't
pick
know
up
who
a
the shot
turret,
caller
but...
is. Super worth. Hashtag worth for
Oh yeah, for
KSU.
sure. Looks like Sneck's gonna pick up Dragon, and it's an Ocean Dragon and a bot lane tower. They're only up 1.5k as opposed to 2.5k like they were moments ago, thanks to the gold from that Baron and that pickup on Hecarim. But yeah.
Fantastic call. I don't know who the shot caller is for KSU, but they read that situation really well. Probably the 3 pink wards in the side bush there, in the pit, and in the dot bush.
Yeah. They have vision of their jungle. They have vision of inside the pit, and they know that Sneck has vision in front of the pit. They just say, all right. They won't know that we come back into the backside. Let's just do it. You do take more damage from behind Baron, or at least you used to. I don't actually know if that's still the case. But so that makes it riskier in a sense that if you get caught and you're behind Baron, you're taking significantly more damage from the Baron debuff when you're behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still a thing? It used to be a thing.
The Baron debuff, I just found out, and this is from a recent LCS, that the debuff only applies to 2 champions.
Only to 2 champions. Okay.
Only 2 champions that are in the pit. So generally you'll have their front line standing right next to it, and then your back line just melting it.
See, but I think there at least used to be something about being behind the Baron makes you take more damage. Like specifically
sure.
behind it.
I still
don't
think
know
that's
why.
a thing.
That's a
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while. They've changed it so much. Like when they started messing with its health and damage and the way it damages champions. It's
Yeah, they
hard to
definitely
keep up
changed it.
with, especially when some of those changes are... Oh!
Pops the cleanse. Lysandra jumping in. Syndra instantly dies. Hecarim's running towards Yabienda. Yabienda does get taken down. Jax just Goomba stomped the Kaisa.
Wow, get some
Urgot
damage down.
still has his ultimate available. Yep, he's going to use it on Sion. That's a free kill on him. Sion passive. He's just going to whack on the Horsey, though.
Of course he speeds away.
Horsey speeds away,
All right,
as he
so it ends
does.
up being a 2 for 3 in favor of KSU, who still has Baron buff.
This should be a free inhibitor at least for... You have Jax. He's not sitting on a Triforce yet, but I'm pretty sure that Sandra has a blue pot ticking. Hecarim dives in towards the Lysandra. She roots him out of the way. Urgot flashed towards the Lysandra just to get him. She sidesteps the Q. Braun's going to have to get out of there if he wants to live. It's going to be a 2 for 1. A
All
2
right.
for 1 in favor of Landsnake, but they did get the inhibitor turret.
They get an inhib turret. Man, had they picked up Lysandra, that would have been huge for Landsneck there. They would have had sort of the free reign of the map for a few moments to pick up vision, clear vision, and take some camps.
Overall, a fantastic Baron power play, though. They got 2, maybe 3 turrets.
Yeah, no, they got that upper turret, and then they got 2 turrets down in the mid lane, so 3 turrets, yeah.
And that's
So-
just because how fantastic the siege is from KSU. Their composition is made for standing around the Varus while he wails on everything.
Yeah. So earlier, I mean, Sneck's team comp, I think, falls off a little bit. Hecarim's a pretty darn good late game champion. So is Kaisa. Brand could be hit or miss, depends if you die at the beginning of the fight. I guess I kind of think Urgot falls off a little bit. I think he's strongest in the mid game. Kind of same with Lysandra maybe. But
Once he finishes
Or sorry,
this
not Lysandra,
last
Syndra.
tank item, he'll be a pretty good 1-split champion because not really anyone on the other team can take him. But in team fights, yeah, he falls off pretty hard. He
pretty
does
hard.
2-3 passive shots and then he just stands there. Waits till someone gets low and shoots his ult at him.
Gotcha. Okay, so he might just try to stick to the split pushing then, since he can continue to 1v1. But yeah, gotta be falling off a little bit. There's such a
Especially
good
with
team
that
fight.
build, yeah. He definitely needs to split, but the only issue is now with him having an open inhibitor in the mid, if he ever leaves his team, they're just going to hard engage onto the Syndra or the Kaisa, who
I
has
feel like-
now currently no flash.
I feel like if you have somebody you want to use as a dedicated split pusher, you want to have the rest of your team have, like, I don't know, good utility, enough to disengage, you know? Maybe like a Bard, so you can like ult and tunnel to get away from sticky situations, or
Yep. Or an Alistar or something
yeah,
that you can
it's
just
just-
headbutt.
Alistar headbutt away, Gragas to knock everyone away, maybe just 4 pretty mobile champions so you can all hop a wall and just disengage.
Yeah, but unfortunately they have a Hadouken character, so that if he misses his Q, he's
Yeah.
Pretty useless.
They've got Brand, Kaisa, Hecarim, and Syndra. Literally 0 dashes.
Once again, they're back to the siege. I think they're recognizing how good their siege is. Urgot's off to the side. Hecarim dives in towards the back line. Varus is still in there dealing damage. Braum taking so much damage for him. He lives the Triumph Punk. Urgot completely by himself in the middle of 5 champions. This might be a game unless he does something crazy. No, I think he's going to get taken down.
Oh! Doesn't even pick up the kill. Then goes
Quadra
down.
kill from Yabienda. That Braum saved his life so well. He took so much damage with that Unbreakable.
Really did. Braum absolutely carrying the team fight. Yabienda goes so low, doesn't die thanks to Lord Care Bear, and is able to clean up the rest of the fight, putting down so much damage. Good job from everyone on the team, for sure, but Yabienda and Lord Care Bear, I think, pulling the majority of the weight this game. Wow. Care Bear's protection just on point, keeping Yabienda just barely alive despite all of Sneck's best efforts, and then he just cleans up.
God, the noise. I had to turn my computer down. The Braum shield was taking so many skill shots. Holy moly.
All right, so that's going to be it for this game. That's going to be the win for Kansas State University over Landsneck. We'll be back in just a minute with Game 2. Little quick 5-minute break. So we'll see you guys then.
Later.
Welcome back once again. Let me get Jabroni on the. There we go. He's back. All right, so we're
I
going
am back.
we're going into game 2 now of GetRECt Fall Split week 2 of Plymond Diamond Capped. We've got Propulsion on the blue side and the Golden Gatekeepers over on the red side. So we'll go ahead and hop into that game, and then I need to change the names real quick of these two teams. It's not Sneck versus Kansas State anymore. Nope.
Oh, it's GGK and Pro.
I think they're just pro.
Of course. Why not? iPro would have been better. Propulsion.
Only in
Come on.
name you decide. No.
Welcome to Summoning
GK. There we go. All right. Bam. All right. Pro versus GGK. There we go. Back how it's supposed to be. We've got
I'll do
Swain
that.
down in the bot lane, and I believe that is support Fiddlesticks. So that's already pretty fun. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go through the roster. Doesn't look like we've got any invades anyway. So Darius up in the top lane, Musa Deluse up in the top lane on Darius, I mean. Ikato in the jungle on the Kindred, Leroy in the mid lane as Orianna. Jack was taken in the bot lane as Swain.
Great name.
Randy Newman in the support position on the Fiddlesticks.
On red side, we have Golden Gatekeepers in the top lane. We have Spiderhawk on the Cho'Gath, Saber of Kurai on the Warwick, Duckster on the Cassiopeia. Is it Zildjian?
Zildjian? That's like, I think it's a
Zildjian?
brand of drum cymbals?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I used to drum. That's actually a fantastic hi-hat. On Ezreal, and then Keeper with the 3 on the Leona.
Yeah, you know what's actually
different compositions here for sure. Go on.
Yeah. Sorry, so this is a little bit unrelated, but something really interesting about that Zildjian brand. I don't know how to say it. I think it is the oldest or one of the oldest companies in the entire world. They used to make like metal bowls like 1,000 years ago or something crazy. And they kind of
Oldest company in the world. Nobody knows how to pronounce the name. This might be a first blood on Moose to Loose.
And I think they transitioned their metalworking to drum cymbals of all things. But
Why
but
not,
yeah,
man?
somebody might want to double check that, but
I
sounds
believe
about
you. You
right.
could have made that up, and I would believe you.
Yeah. So like you were saying, some weird team comps a little bit.
For sure, an early scuttle fight here. They're gonna flash against this Warwick, I think. Yeah, and he has no choice but to die there. Ducks are gonna try to turn around and get a first blood onto the Orianna, who still has cleanse. Cleanse isn't gonna help her here though. This is gonna be a 1v1 situation. She's completely out of mana though, with the red buff ticking the slow. Oh, she stopped moving. She could have possibly made it out by continually to sprint.
All right, so Duckster gets to pick up a kill. No assist for Warwick. That's bad. Having 1 assist as opposed to no assists, you're basically losing out on 50% of the potential gold there. So no assist for Warwick.
Depending on who what's her face Kindred had marked there, she might actually start with 3 marks.
I didn't even get to see. Did she get the scuttle? Oh, she does get the scuttle. She might have 2 marks potentially. We didn't get to see.
Come on, Director Cam, show us what we want.
If it usually sticks towards where damage is happening, and the most poking is usually in the bot lane. So a lot of these you end up watching the bot lane a lot. That's where the most trading usually is going down. But yeah, so Kindred picks up 2 kills, Orianna 2 assists. So that is huge for Propulsion already. No assists over on the side of Golden.
Kindred was available to make that mark run too, strictly because Darius is winning the top so hard in the early levels. He got the 5-stack passive onto the Cho'Gath and shoved him under tower.
So did he back and walk back, or did he just sustain off minions over time? Looks like he sustained off minions.
I'm gonna assume sustain, because every champion in this game can sustain. It's pretty frustrating for a Darius who's supposed to win in the first 3 levels.
Yeah, Cho'Gath really good.
Gets the
good pull.
upper hand on him. Let's see if he can get another 5-stack, a good disengage on the Rupture.
Yeah, Cho'Gath, interesting champion. He has this. His passive seems kind of useless until you're in laning phase, and then you realize, oh man, he kills a few minions and gets 1/4 of his health back.
Yep. I think he even gets some mana too, but maybe I'm mistaken.
No, you're right. I'm pretty sure he gets some mana back as well. It's
God,
just
that's
general
a little
sustain.
frustrating for a champion who gets 7,000 HP in 8 minutes.
Yeah, he clears out some minions, chugs some pots. That's gonna protect him. Looks like Warwick pops the W. I think it's the W. Is it speed boost? Not gonna be able to make anything happen there in the bot lane. Then. I'm surprised that Warwick didn't flash during that early game fight. Did have it.
I think he knew he was dead. He had 2 red buffs on him. Once
He missed
again, he's
that.
going to have to press the attack. If he procs it, he's going to do a lot of damage. Oriana's going to have to zone off the Cassiopeia, who is a little low on mana, so she wouldn't have been able to do much anyway.
I just realized Kindred on. I don't think that was her first back. I think she cleared some more than backed, but now sitting at 3 daggers and a is it skirmishing saber. Is that the name?
I think so, yeah.
I can check.
Big
Let's
fan of the
see.
daggers,
Skirmisher's
though.
saber. There it is. Skirmishers.
Interested to see what she goes with that build. A lot of people just will rush. What's that new item called that everyone's building? Out of the BF sword and a bunch of daggers.
Oh wait. Storm Razor?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of Kindred go Storm Raider. They completely ignore their jungle item completion and just rush that item.
It's pretty cool. It's AD and attack speed, which is pretty handy combination, and it gives you. They're smaller than regular crits, but it is a free crit.
This synergizes pretty well with Kindred. She has a heal off of every now and again she autos, she gets a heal. And on top of that, she'll crit. So with her kit, it's a pretty good item.
Yeah, there hasn't been a. There aren't that many AD attack speed items that aren't like super expensive or have a lot of other stats thrown on. Bork is one of the few, I think.
I think Bork and Storm Raider's the only ones I can think of.
Yeah, used to be Zephyr back in the day. Once upon a time, Zephyr had armor, I think, right? Wasn't it like
RIP selling your boots late game and just buying a Zephyr, man.
Did
That
Zephyr have
was the
armor?
dream.
Yeah, I think it did. Maybe.
Pretty sure it did.
This game has come a long way from where it once was. Things have changed.
When did you start playing? Season 3?
I think well, okay, so I actually played this game before it came out.
The beta?
I think, yeah, like back when this
Dang.
game had like a disc, right? Like,
That's impressive.
and then I was playing on. Oh, so
Roop.
that right there is where champions, like mages in the bot lane, got nerfed. They nerfed the early game damage of things like Summon Airy and Electrocute recently. And that was, I think, mostly aimed at champions like Swain in the bot lane. And I think it actually helped. I think that coupled with some of the price decreases for AD items sort of helped bring AD carries back to being the most prominent things in the bot lane. But they didn't kill, going mages. They didn't kill it. Still viable. But
I think when it comes to bot lane, maybe it looks like Swain's pretty strong here, but the main guy who's doing a lot of the work in the bot lane is Fiddlesticks, and how annoying that champion is. He's got the 5 stack. If he gets another stack on him, he could just dunk him.
Ooh.
Yeah, he can't flash away from the air. He's got to flash early. Warwick, level 5, not going to be able to participate in this fight. Kindred pops the ult. She's going to live. She flashes out of her own ultimate, not get the heal. Oriana's going to have to flash away just in case of a re-engage from Leona.
I don't think she really cared for the heal that time. She's like, I need to get out before I die.
Right. I think she was possibly afraid of Warwick hitting 6 off of a outside kill.
But yeah, so I played League of Legends for a little while, back when it was like in beta, like on a disc. But this was like, I was pretty young, kind of, I didn't really have like my own good computer yet. I had a decent like MacBook or something, right? But back then, League of Legends also was only on PC. So I could only play on my dad's laptop, which was like his work laptop, and it kind of sucked. So it was sucky and didn't work very well, and he had to use it for work, so I kind of gave it up and started playing again around Season 3 or so, yeah.
Do you have the original Goth Annie skin or whatever you got from playing the
No,
beta?
so I didn't know what my login was back when I made that first account, and I actually got that account much later, and it's my Smurf now. Because back then you would get the disc, and the game came with all of the champions. And so my Smurf has all the original champions, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That's kind of neat. It has like Heimerdinger and Annie and all those. It might have Goth Annie. I'm not really sure. It's been a while. Lucius doesn't have the ults.
Yeah.
He has his
There's
passive up
sensitivity,
though.
too. Passive's just gonna wear off.
He messed up there.
Fear got him there into the suppress. Cho'Gath has the feast available, but he has no flash, so I don't... Oh, but Warwick has flash.
All right, big mistake on Darius's part there. He had his passive up, and Saber of Karai came into the lane. Had he gone straight to Saber there and hit him to refresh the passive and also 5-stack onto Saber, he would have had an easier time, I think, getting out of there. His AD would have stayed up longer. That 5-stack bleed might have actually killed Saber with how low he was at the end of that fight.
Gets the grounding. It gets the stun onto the Kindred. Kindred's in some trouble here. Doesn't have ult available.
Feasted. Is that
Spider
2
Hawk,
stacks?
pretty dead. Just feeds the kill over. If I were him, I would have ran and just gave the kill to Ori, because that Darius is going to get out of control soon.
Randy Newman all the way up in the mid lane right now. Like, Swain's fine.
Yeah, Swain Fiddlesticks bottom. God. Talk about a not be able to do anything in the lane. But the Leona pick was pretty good, because you can buffer the Zenith Blade after the fear hits you. But I have yet to see her do it once this game.
They've been playing pretty passively bot lane thus far.
Right. At some point, you gotta pull the trigger. Even with a weak early game Ezreal, can't let the Swain get out of
I
control.
mean, he has the sheen, you know? Like, now would be the time to try to... I feel like the best bet's probably, I don't know, try to pop the fiddle and then see how the fight goes from
100%,
there.
yeah. He does have stopwatch now, and I think it's already commenced too, so...
Dang, 2
I think
kills.
that time is gone and past.
Yeah. 2 kills, 20 CS, and first tower blood for Darius. So that's going to be a ginormous lead over this Cho. Cho does at least have 2 kills, though. Not behind in stacks. You know, in terms of his ult stacks, he's still on track. Because he was able to pick up a kill with them. Do champion kills give 2 stacks these days, or no longer?
Just one.
Just
I think
one?
it's one for
All
everything, yeah. They buffed what the stacks do.
Ooh, nice fear.
That was a fantastic fear. She was speeding away. Fiddle has no flash, but he still has stopwatch. He could ult over the wall. Hindered's here to save his life. Cassiopeia is in a bit of trouble with no stuns. Hits the press the attack proc. Instantly deletes the snake. She's jumping forward. She's looking to be aggressive. She's got an ult available. Leona, great disengage from the... I don't know what the ult's called for Leona. Forgot that champion existed.
Oh.
Oh, Warwick jumping into the Orianna. Follows her with a Q. Fear going forward. Fiddlesticks jumping towards the backline. Another press the attack proc, just deleting people left and right. Kindred doing a lot of work in these fights. Being ignored, honestly.
So I think what happened there with the cast is, I believe when you get feared, you're also, like, slowed, I think. But if you have Ghost or something like Master Yi ult going, which make you... Oh, shoot! Sorry about that, guys. Which make you immune or reduce slows, you'll actually run away faster. So it's why if you see a Yi ulting towards a team and he gets feared before he gets to the team, he literally just immediately does a 360 or 180 and just sprints back the other direction because he's not affected by the slowing aspect, I believe, and he just takes off.
And knowing Master Yi players, he'd probably be spamming his emote the whole time too.
Yeah.
Running directly backwards. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Cass is like, I'm here, guys. Oh no, no.
Yeah, it's kind of I believe that's what's happening when you watch her speed away like that. She's fast and resisting the slow, and she just takes off. Pretty funny.
This is gonna be a really tough team fight for Red side. Just the amount of options they anti-death they have on the side of propulsion.
Yeah, they're propulsion.
Yeah, pro.
Pro and GGK, Golden Gatekeeper.
They have a good team fight. Darius is splitting really well. Looking like a pretty heavy uphill climb for GGK.
Didn't land the enhanced Q there. Surprisingly, Cho'Gath is big. W to pick up the CS.
I think GGK's only hope to get back in this game right now is to slow things down, don't fight, take what farm you can, and let Cassie and Ezreal just stack their tiers because they're pretty far behind.
Yeah,
Warwick face checking and red buff is the exact opposite of what I was talking about. He does land a good fear onto the Darius, suppresses him too, so he can't use his Q to heal. Hendrik is off to the side, Swain going in. Leona hits the ult to disengage, but she's in a lot of trouble now with no sums. Give the Swain the kill. I think that's what their plan was. And now things are opening up once again. I think once they saw the Warwick was top side, they pulled the trigger.
Good job them picking up the kill. Unfortunately, Darius went down up in the top side. He thought he had the... I think once again he barely didn't get the enhanced Q. I don't know what's happening with him. He's just barely missing these.
TP coming out from the Cho'Gath to get the flank. Swain has no ult. He's also completely stun locked here. He flashes forward to get Dugster.
Get back in
Kindred's
there.
here to save his life. He's going to get the heal to get enough damage onto the Warwick. Warwick lives with this passive heal. Orianna chasing him down. Cho'Gath tries to flash away to survive, but it looks like to be a 1-4-2 in favor of Propulsion once again. So they're winning these team fights left and right.
And what you were just talking about, slowing down the game to try to get back into it, they're not doing it. They're diving headfirst in these fights. And they're not even doing it when they have the numbers advantage, really. So they get taken out, fall even farther behind. Now down 5K at 15 minutes.
I have this same situation with my own team in gold. Wherever behind, we have to all like force ourselves to not fight. It's really easy to get sucked into that. You're like, oh, this guy's caught, but you don't have any forward vision, so you're not 100% sure if he's caught.
Yep. But yeah,
And they just
you're
picked
right.
up
If
another
Golden
Inferno.
Gatekeepers could stall a bit, they do have a good late game. Warwick, I think Warwick's a really good late game champion. Same with Tro, same with Cass. Ezreal, he's like better at mid game, but he's good late game too. He's just so hard to catch late game.
And he's working on a Triforce too, rather than Iceborne Gauntlet, which I think would have been the preferred chain item, but they're going to chase down this Kindred. He lands the Rupture. She's got no ult. Warwick snags the kill from the Cho'Gath, who really was feeling hungry for that Kindred.
He was very fast.
Fiddlestick's off to the side. He has the Fiddle
Here it is.
ult. Once again, Warwick diving for the Orianna. Leona lands the ult on the Fiddle, who just barely gets the Zoni off.
Heal comes out.
Warwick's
Ow!
stealing all these kills from his carries.
Darius is sitting top. Swain is sitting bot lane. 3v5 in the mid lane. We were just talking about maybe they shouldn't fight, but this time they have the numbers advantage and they're able to pick up 3 kills and a tower. Maybe 2
But
towers.
is it worth it for almost both inners at this point? Darius is literally in a different League of Legends game on the top side. They're completely ignoring him. This is going to be
Right, so-
really troublesome in Baron spawn.
3 kills and 2 towers go down mid, but they do lose 2 towers on the outskirts as well. So even in towers, but 3 kills advantage to Golden Gatekeeper.
And when you're behind, trading is never bad, but in that situation, losing an inner for an inner, especially the one up top. Another fight's going on. Swain is 1v3 situation. Darius is there to back him up. Darius is going to start dunking here. He's got a full passive stack. That person's gone. His ult's down. Demon
And
Flare
there's
pops.
the 3 kills back, meaning it's all even now.
It's all even. Once they took that free trade tower they needed to
Oh.
back there. Darius flashing towards Acacia. A great sidestep to avoid the stun. This is looking like a free Baron spawn, maybe even a free inner tower.
The Darius just has vision,
Pop,
flashes
shall we?
over, pops her. Here comes Herald. This might be an inhibitor? Maybe not.
That's-
Maybe.
Israel's
all
up. He
5.
does have his True Shot Barrage available, but I don't know what much is going to help. Cho'Gath is just going to get Bounce House around. He's not going to be able to do anything. It just gets absolutely deleted with that Kindred, who's now sitting on a Blade and probably 7 or 8 stacks.
Alright, so inhibitor picked up for propulsion. They're still pushing.
I don't see why not. Their main tank's down.
Pull
They have a
them.
lot of ultimates available. Darius
goes
is going to
down.
start dunking. Leona just gets deleted. Shockwave coming out to try to chunk out the Ezreal, but they're going to just go towards the... Not a whole lot of objectives up. Baron in a minute. Dragon's not up for a while. Probably going to take some camps, deny him some gold.
Right, so such a big lead for propulsion here. If Golden Gatekeepers can hang on, they have such a good late game comp, they could probably make it work. Ezreal Cass, that's such a good combo of champions to deal with something like a Darius. But can they get to that point?
I don't see a win condition for them anymore. They've given up a lot of their towers here too. The best thing to do would be sit behind their gates, kill the super minions, they're free gold. They're hemorrhaging towers right now.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Like, in a perfect world where maybe these things don't happen to them and they don't get dove, maybe, but they're down 10k, over 10k. It's a big advantage. There's not a lot that they can do.
I don't think their mouses go backwards. It's incredible. They are constantly going forward towards the enemy team, and they need to be sitting underneath their tower. But I respect it. Hey, sometimes
yeah, no.
the best
I mean,
way to do
sometimes
it.
you're just like, maybe we can turn this around with a win.
Right.
You're not wrong, just hard to win. Hard to win the fight.
Shoulda ran Ari jungle. I mean, yeah, that's always an option if you're wanting the same outcome.
And speaking of sitting under towers, I heard that Riot's trying to like buff towers a bit.
And they should. I don't know if you play. I don't play Dota that much, but I watch it, and the towers in Dota shred people.
Yeah, they want it. I think they want them to. Ooh, nice fear. And they turn it into
Great
a fight.
three-man fear. He suppresses the Orianna, who is available, but Kindred's there to save her life. No one's really doing damage onto the blue team, so they're going to turn it around with the Swain ult. He's going to flash forward onto it, the Ezreal, like guarantee it. Demon Flare pops. Here comes Darius to start dunking left and right. He's got a 5-man stack onto the Cho'Gath. He's got an extra dunk available. That takes him out. They're just gonna pop this Baron, or maybe just go win the game.
Yeah, and that looked like such a good fight for Golden Gatekeepers, and you're right. They do not shy away, I guess, from a fight. They see an opportunity, they take it, and it almost works out for them that time, but the remaining members of Pro do show up, making it a 5v5, and at that point, there's just nothing they seem to be able to do about it.
I completely respect the I want to fight, but if you're going to be that kind, you need to draft a composition around it. So they're going to be here to try to defend the base, but Darius is still alive. His ultimate's not up, but he's still Darius. He's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, so we're so early in the game that the death timers are short to the point that all 5 members are back up and ready to fight and defend this inhibitor.
Here comes
oh, wait,
Fiddle.
goes back in.
He doesn't have any Zonias available. He was probably going to get taken out. Wyatt, yep, he gets chomped off by the Cho'Gath. This is a chance for them to turn this around if they can get a knockup onto the Swain, who's doing so much damage.
Pick up a kill.
Shockwave onto the Warwick. Warwick goes in, hits a 3-man fear. Ezreal going in to try to take down some of these tanks. Warwick with a fantastic ult onto the Orianna. This is a possible Baron for them. Kindred is still alive, who can possibly 1v4. Let's see if she goes for the win or goes for the Baron. This is going to be an interesting call from her.
Golden Gatekeepers don't walk away from any fights, and honestly, it seems like it's kind of a boon for them in these team fights. Like, whereas another team, some players might want to fight, some players don't want to fight, these guys are on the same page.
Kindred could literally go win the game right now, but she's going to decide to try to make the 50-50 smite here. Well, let's see if she does the cheeky Kindred flash in, ult the Baron, and then smite when her ult's up. Here comes Xmithy right here.
They're trying to stop her. They take away the blast.
She's going to flash in. Leona stops her. Nope, she's gonna.
Cassiopeia grounds her, but she's still in here.
Pops the ult. Oh, she gets the smite. She flashes out and lives. The red buff ticking. Cassiopeia flashing forward. She's out of mana. She's got no spells available. Indra's gonna have to flash away. Gets chomped down, but a fantastic flash smite from Akato. Akato.
Akato? I guess I'd say Aikado, but you're right. It's probably Aikado. But I'm not sure. I think I've always said Aikado.
If you name yourself something like that, just be prepared to have your champion instead of your name.
Kindred.
That's the way I think about it. Yeah, you're just Kindred to me now. Even if you're not playing Kindred, I'm gonna call you Kindred.
All right. So Baron does go over to Pro. They lose 1 member in the process. Their jungler. But they pick up a couple kills as well, so very large gold lead. 11.5k roughly, maybe almost 12, around there. A lot of gold, big gold lead.
I respect Akato. You could have literally won the game, but you said, "No, what? This is my Baron. This is my map. You've been out jungling the Warwick." That was just in a message right there.
Stacks, by the way. Did you see his auto range after he came out of the pit?
I
He
don't know how many
autoed
stacks
somebody
you
who was
need.
still in the pat. He autoed someone still in the pit from what looked like a very long ways away.
I know when people say they get fed on Kindred, they go rapid fire cannon, and it like triples his auto range. It's crazy.
It's like Kindred gonna be picking up this dragon. That's yet another stack, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. The director I don't think has ever been on her, so I've never actually seen the exact amount.
Let's just go find out. Let's go find out. We are at 10 stacks.
And 100 stacks Kindred's neck attack. What?
I think that's the Hunter's Vigor. That's more of the the other thing. So that's not how many stacks she has. It's 9.
I was like, what? In
Okay,
what world is she gonna get 100
It
stacks?
said 10, and that sounded like a reasonable number for how many stacks she might have right now. So I was like, oh, it's 10. But then it started climbing. I was like, wait a minute. That's not right. Okay, 9 stack. 9 stack Kindred. She gets a range boost every 4 past 4, right? It's like 2, 4, 8.
My
12?
OCD is gonna kick in. She needs to get another stack.
Is it 2, 8,
Give me
4,
10.
2, 4, 8, 12, maybe?
I think it's 12. Yeah, the 12 is the last one you can get,
Gotcha.
and you'll never get 12 on
Wait,
Kindred.
are you
but-
sure it's not infinite? I kind of think it's infinite.
It's possible.
I think it might
It's
be.
a really strange champion. Oh, she's gonna dive in. Looks like we're watching the Kindred show, which is fine with me.
Yeah, I thought I set it back to directed camera. Oh, maybe it
Swain
is directed
diving
camera.
in towards the back lane, takes out the Cho'Gath. This might be a GG. I think it is. I don't think Ezreal's got the damage to 1v5. He hits the True Shot Barrage onto the Kindred in the back line, but he's in the fountain right now. Not damage. Team just gets melted. Working on the Nexus. It looks like a free GG for Propulsion. Really well done. MVP to Kindred for sure.
All they really did there, walk up under the tower, they start picking a fight. Golden Gatekeepers lean into the fight, they pop the cast stun, they start putting down damage. It's not enough though, and they start getting picked off. Ginormous gold lead, 2 Infernal Drakes, ton of damage. They all get melted down. That's GG for Propulsion.
Yeah, that last team fight was literally the motto for this entire game. Super far behind, took a fight they shouldn't have, and fought the whole thing 5v1, 5v2.
Alright, so that's going to be the second game of GetRECt Fall Split Week 2 Diamond. But yeah, so we'll be back, Jabronis and I, with one more game after this one. Just be about 5 minutes. And then after that, we'll see David Vid Kosick and Joseph. I think it's Hamana. His IGN's Hamana. His last name is oh my god, Savala? Oh my goodness. Now I'm blanking on his last name. I'm pretty sure it's that. But anyway, we'll see them in the next 3 games after Jabroni and I. So one more game with Jabroni and I though. We'll see you guys in just a minute.
Take it easy. And you know how to forget all the wrongs and every reason why we've changed. And there's a storm inside my head. It's getting me in trouble, baby, and I can't break away. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy, take it slow. We ended up just like before. So take it easy, take it easy. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy, take it slow. We ended up just like before. So take it easy.
All right, and we're back for Jabronis and I. Oh God, grammar is hard. Last game of the day, we're going to be watching Kansas Wesleyan University versus Return of the Middle Sticks. Kansas Wesleyan on the blue side, and Return of the Middle Sticks on the red side. So, without any further ado, let's go in that game. All right, so over on the blue side, Kansas Wesleyan University want to buy Robux on the up in the top lane on the Rumble. KWU UPB? Don't know what that stands for. Union Programming Board? Maybe? I don't know. On the Sejuani. Shikoro in the mid lane on the Azir. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Bubble Boy in the bot lane on Tristana. And Crazy Legs also in the bot lane on the Nami.
Looks like we might have an early invade here, so I'll read it off after they back away, which they do. Okay, cool. So on the red side, we have Return of the Middle Sticks with, I think you're in the way. Your liposuction lane in the top lane on the Ornn. Tindy's 2 on the Hecarim. Demon Print on the Orianna. FOCT 4-shot bot lane Kazekage on the Morgana and, what's her name again? Zaya. Jesus. Got it.
All right, so
a little bit easier names to pronounce this game for sure.
Yeah, no, Shikoro, maybe there's like an accent or something over that.
Oh, he's his ear to me now. This game, sorry.
He's his ear to me now. It's all his ear to me. All right, yeah, but yeah, so there was a attempted invade maybe by Return of the Middle Sticks. They get spotted by a ward, kill the ward, and retreat back into their side.
You always want to invade with a Morgana, like almost a free kill.
Yeah, and that's probably why Kansas Wesleyan played that pretty safe there.
Yep.
Just popped out the wards and retreated back into the jungle. There's actually some interesting things you could do at the beginning of the game. For instance, the speed boost. If you think a team's going to invade and you think you can predict where they're going to invade, you can leave your base later, like a few seconds later. The speed boost starts when you leave the base, not when the game starts.
Yeah,
so
if you think someone's sitting in that dot bush, you could just all five in.
Exactly. So you could wait like 5 seconds, and if you think they're gonna rush straight into your jungle, then you can get there with the speed boost still intact, whereas they will lose their speed boost, and it lets you just engage right on top of them. Pretty funny, actually.
Probably fantastic with a Morgana too.
Exactly.
Struggling to hit some of these minions on her tower. You missed quite a few. Looking at the compositions here, we've got a classic League of Legends composition on the side of Return of the Middle Six, tank top. Semi-tank jungle, mage mid, and an AD carry mage bot. On the side of Kansas Wesleyan, we've got a somewhat similar composition, the only difference being we have a off-tank mage in the top lane.
Yeah, they've got a bruiser in the top, the other team's got a bruiser in the jungle. Although I guess I don't know, I guess Hecarim's kind of a bruiser in the mid game, but more of an off-tank late game.
Hecarim is just a strange champion. You really don't know what you're going to get sometimes. Hecarim on your team, you get the one-shot assassin coming around the corner. You get the beefy tank who maxes W and just tanks a bunch of damage.
Man, his W is insane late game. Once he has full build and he stands in the middle of the enemy team with that W up and the team fight going on around him, he's basically immortal during that that brief window of W.
Correct. That's why I've seen some Hecarim. Oh, there's a early aggression onto the Nami here. She gets the knockback on it. The Ignite's ticking. I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, lives with about 10 HP. There was also a gank top lane too. Ornn had to blow an early flash. Sejuani took an early visit to the top lane. So that's going to be a pretty free lane for the Rumble in the next few levels.
Yeah, Ornn's an interesting champion. His champion fantasy is a duelist tank, which in terms of game balance is typically a very tough line to walk. So he has been nerfed to the point of having a somewhere between 45 and 46% win rate last I checked, and but he's still decently viable in organized play despite that low win rate.
He's an incredibly hard champion to trade with, but a good pick into it is a Rumble who does not focus on mana cost, and you can keep the lane shoved against him. So definitely a good counter pick. I'm curious to see what the champion select was.
Yeah, one downside of doing things the way we do is that missing out on that champion select. Upside is not having to watch champion select, because when you watch champion select as a spectator, you have a huge amount of delays you have to sit through. Oh my goodness.
You could sit there and talk about bans forever, yeah. Which
Sometimes
By the
you
way,
can't even
Champ
talk
Select
about
is
it.
probably my favorite thing of
Oh no,
competitive play.
I like watching Champion Select when it's happening, but then you've got those like 3 minutes plus like a minute of loading afterwards you have to sit through. Just kind of 4 minutes of not a lot going
That's
on.
when you just play those hot jams, Jack. You just play some jams.
Just play some jams.
Yeah.
Talk about Champion Select and then DJ Jab Bounce can come
That's
out.
true. There is a firefight in the top lane. They're both shooting flames at each other.
Wow, and these guys are really hitting each other hard. Rumble's got to be careful about those grass procs, though. Those are really big swings in these kinds of trades.
Well, Robux is doing a really good job of, instead of using the overheat for his Q, he's using it for his shield. So every time the Orin goes aggressive, he takes a lot of the damage.
Yeah,
He just did it again there.
Yeah.
Oh, Tristana rocket jumping into to Xayah. She's not hitting the AD carry. She's gonna. Sejuani dove in there. Orin has no flash. Rumble could turn this around. A weird flash, though. I think he silenced himself with the overheat. Gonna turn it around onto Orin, who...
Oh, no
he's
mana.
out.
I was like, wait, why is that Orin running away? No mana. Wow. Rumble.
Every
1v2s.
time top has gone aggressive, bot's gone aggressive. So I don't know if the comms are saying, hey, jungle's top, let's fight, or if they're just fighting at the same time. But early
he didn't
equalizer
realize...
to kill him. Oh, he turned it around with the W shield.
Had the mana, gets baited under the tower. Feels bad, man. Rumble has all the moves up in the top lane, bullies the Orin, gets ahead in CS, wins the 2v1, chases away the jungler. Still, though, goes down to that brittle proc, that knockback after going under that tower.
That is a feels bad, man, for Robux there. He thought it was a free kill, but once again, point and click shields are everything in this game, so always got to account for someone like an Ornn or a Scion who could just...
Oh, wait, did that get stolen? Yep.
I think he did. Sejuani is going to proc the E passive onto the Hecarim. She's going to win this duel, but here comes the Orin Horn. Going to knock up to Sejuani, who's a great flash into the Speed Shrine. Oh, gets hit by the Dark Binding. Ignite's going to tick her down. Blue buff onto... No, she did not have a blue buff. Just kidding.
It might have run out.
I thought she did, but...
I know, yeah. It might have run out just before the kill, which feels bad, man, for bot lane Kazakage.
I'm not going to let that go unnoticed, bot lane. I saw you lead her with that dark buff. I respect that.
Man, Super Galaxy Rumble is awesome. Have you ever seen Gurren Lagann? Much of an anime watcher at all?
I do not.
It's a good one. It's a good one. It's short. Recommend. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
I just love the way that they're like, my drill will pierce the heavens. Like, it just sounds so random that they
Really?
just circle. Like, they just chose something so random. Drills, you know, like spiral energy and whatnot.
I've always been recommended anime. I don't know. I can't get into subtitles. I have to read
Oh,
the
no,
whole
yeah.
time.
I watched Gurren Lagann dubbed, I believe.
Okay.
I think I
That could be
typically watch
dubbed.
things dubbed. Not
I saw
to be
I saw Cowboy Bebop in theaters. They did a remake of the subbed version, and I almost fell asleep. One of my favorite animes of all time, but I can't sit there and read the whole time.
Yeah. No, I totally get you. Like, I'm behind on My Hero Academia because I'm waiting for the dub to catch up. I like it. Ooh!
Oh, a flash! Predicted the flash onto Orianna. The shockwave might save their life. No. The barrier took a couple of tower shots there. Really good play, but is he going to live through this? No, not with a ghost ult. He's going to get popped. Red buff ticking on. If she gets one more auto, she can hit the E, but no. It's a 1-for-1?
Oh.
Yeah.
Really cool moves there in the mid lane. Nice moves from Shikoro. Picks up the kill, but that is a speedy Predator and Ghosted, and using his E, Hecarim, who flies in, hits him with the ultimate, goes in for the Predator damage. And I think he had red buff as well, so a lot of damage there, a lot of speed.
Azir used everything on his keyboard to get that kill, but if I were him, I would still say hashtag worth, just for the fact that he's going to outscale the Orianna, and he's going to outrange her.
Do you think he needed to use Barrier there when he was against Orianna? Because that might have been something that would have helped save him against the Hecarim moments later.
I think it's a good call just in case. I mean, maybe he thought the Hecarim was going to get there a little bit after the shockwave, but Hecarim does show up pretty quickly, so maybe he was thinking 3 steps ahead.
All right, we've got a pretty big CS lead for Robux down the top lane, which is impressive, you know? That's always been Rumble's sort of caveat as a champion, is lattice hitting
He's
is
gonna
kind of
pull the
hard.
trigger on the Orin Horn. That's a good equalizer. He could stand in it and take a kill against the Orin, but he's in tower range. He's gonna take tower shot to tower shot. That was a good reckless charge or whatever it's called from the.
Yeah,
from the
no,
Hecarim
those.
into the tower.
It was a really good Rumble ult, but Hecarim's E pushing him under tower, followed up by liposuction lanes CC to hold him there. Uh-oh. Not going to be able to pursue the kill.
I'm looking up Hecarim's charge. It's gonna bother me. What's it called?
Oh, no. I can pull it up real quick if you'd like. Let's see. Hecarim.
Devastating charge.
Yep,
Reckless
there you
charge. It's close enough. Close enough.
Well, he's a speedy pony, that's for sure.
For sure. And it looks like
Predator
he
was
is
a fun favorite.
opting to skip the Cinderhulk like I recommended a couple of games ago. He's going to go straight for the Triforce. That's always the feast or famine build on the Hecarim. If you can get the Triforce before the Cinderhulk, you turn into a monster.
Man, this is so nice. You're shoutcasting in from over Discord, so the chair next to me is empty, and I can kick my feet up.
I'm doing the same too. You ever watch Keen play LCS?
Yeah.
He's
The way
always... Yeah, that's how it's... I'm always playing. Oh my god, the CC chain on a Demon Prince. He had no time. Even if he had cleanse there, nothing he could do.
Gets ulted by the Azir into the Sejuani ult,
Into
while
the wave.
stunned into the wave. Nice synergy from KW to make sure that kill happens. He didn't have the flash, but he did have the cleanse. I believe he popped the cleanse too early though.
Honestly, if you think about every champion on the side of KWU, they all have long-range ultimates.
Oh yeah.
So that it's like almost a dream come true for the Azir, who can follow up those engages with.
Sejuani throws in a
4
stun.
soldiers.
Nami follows up. Azir gets to pop in. Rumble ult long range. And-
Really good synergy from their ult.
Uh-oh.
Windrake could get a little revenge on the horsey. Oh, I thought that was the emote for the Dragon Gang kill.
That was close. So I think what happened there was he was about to die. He got black shielded. And then Aerie, I think, Summon Aerie from Kazekage shielded him. I forget that that's a thing. Summon Aerie buff shields too.
Well, taking a look at the map here, FNC 4-shot is sitting at about 9.5 CS a minute. He's CSing really well, and he's going to scale, and he's got lethal. Nope, he has actually fleet footwork, but he's going towards the Storm Razor build for sure. Low key, he's going to be the monster on the side of Return of the Middle Six. On the side of AWU, I would keep an eye on that Azir. He's going to lay a lot of damage in these team fights.
Oh yeah. Looks like the highest CS in the game right now is 4th shot down in the bot lane. Rumble, Orianna, and Azir though, all sitting tied at second.
Here comes Shelly. Azir might try to make a play here while Shelly's under tower.
Sejuani has ult. They could try to make something happen here.
His flash is up in about 20 seconds. He's going in. He's going to ult her back into the Sejuani ult. They don't have the follow-up damage. Hecarim follows up onto the Azir and takes him down under tower, and they get Shelly too. A really good re-engage from Hecarim. A 2v2 situation in the bot lane, and Knack ticking down on the Tristana. Gonna take her out. It was that crucial Dark Binding in that 2v2 that won him that fight.
Man, and that was really good from Demon Print there as well. As they engaged onto him, he ulted the Sejuani, which really slowed down the knockup, slowed down how fast Sejuani could follow up with the ultimate, and that helped Demon Print get a bit of distance back under the tower. Tendi shows up, knocks Shikoro deeper under the tower. He used his dash and ultimate to go in on the Orianna, so they're able to pick up a kill. And first turret down in the bot lane for 4th shot after they picked up those kills on Bumbleboy, or that kill on Bumbleboy.
I think the best way the Azir could have gotten that kill, he had a fantastic scoop, but he has a command stopwatch. The second you flip her back, you got to smash that stopwatch button because Hecarim's going to come in and one-shot you. Hecarim, is looking to steal the crab.
Sejuani has gotten all of the Scuttle Crabs this game, I think.
There's some junglers I played with who literally just wait for that thing to spawn.
It's
The
a lot
Raptor
of
camp's just sitting there. They're like, no, I'm gonna wait.
it's a lot of golden XP to take those, as well as the fact that you're denying it from the enemy jungler. So it's sort of almost twice as good as its value initially suggests, because it's
And
denying
an
it. to them.
item-reliant Hecarim who also likes the speed boost that it gives. So
Yeah.
Really good work.
Hecarim, though,
Prioritizing that objective.
still ahead in experience, though, because he has 3 kills.
Bubble landed onto the Morgana. Oh, I thought Azir was going to pull the trigger there. He has everything is available. Wave coming out. No black shield available for the Morgana. TP canceled from the Ornn. Things are getting a little bit quicker here. The pace is picking up. I think they're going to move towards the middle lane. I think they're just going to wait for another Azir scoop onto the Orianna.
Every single time he has that ultimate, he uses it for the scoop. He's not saving it for any sort of disengage.
Like right now, he might have to use a disengage. Hecarim goes aggressive on a Tristana. Ornhorn coming through. He's going to smash through the... Nope, misses it completely. Sejuani has flash available. She's going to go down. Hits the scoop onto the Orianna, who flashes over the wall. Azir kind of went on 2 different targets there. He couldn't really find the damage. Hecarim becoming, like I said, a monster on the Triforce.
And ace for return to the middle sticks.
That was a very scattered fight, which is perfect for the Hecarim, who just waits for the E cooldown every time it's up to just one-shot a carry left and right. So, biggest thing there is that Tristana got immediately blown up, and then nobody was standing around the Azir.
They're all going to back. Whew, well, really good fight.
Quite a
the
lucky.
Sejuani in that fight had ulted the Hecarim, but it was blocked by Morgana Black Shield. So that was pretty big for Return of the Middle Sticks right there. And then they turned that into an Orianna ult onto 3, and Tendi's just beelined it for Bubble Boy, cleaning up the AD carry.
I think low-key MVP in this match so far is bot lane Kazakage. He's hit some fantastic binds in these.
Yeah,
Every time I'm looking at these team fights, there's somebody bound.
Yeah, his roam up towards the top side earlier seemed random until he helped pick up that kill onto Sejuani even. So, been pretty effective so far. 3-0-3.
Yeah, no damage yet. I always think on Azir you go airy rather than Comet, just because the amount of times you can proc it with your soldiers. But and it scales pretty well because it got nerfed for the early game. Looking like they're just clearing some vision around the Dragon Pit. It is up in 30 seconds. It's a really important dragon for KWU if they ever want to get back in this game with the Ornn getting tanky and Hecarim getting out of control. They really need to get
oh yeah, Hecarim is such a
something over
good
here.
snowball champion. His damage mid-game, if he gets ahead, is really crazy. And once he starts picking up a few tank items, he becomes impossible to kill on top of that. While ahead.
Tristana just backed, so I'm not sure. Oh, she just picked up her Storm Razor. Looks like they got plenty of vision on this. If she could walk forward, she'd get that ward. This is going to get blown up with a Xayah Orianna, so I don't think there's much chance of them stealing this, but I think she's going to try. Nope, she is letting it go.
Yep. Send some players mid lane. They have 3 vision wards. The entire team's close by. Second dragon for Return of the Middle Sticks.
Big thing as far as power spikes on the side of KWU. Azir's sitting on 3 different components of items, so he's going to have to complete one soon. Hecarim pops the ghost and the ult goes towards Tristana. He gets scooped back under tower.
He's
A
alive!
very ambitious play from Tristana. Oh, the
He's gonna die
explosion
to a
shot doesn't
turret.
take him out.
He's not going to be able to survive a turret shot.
Oh, yep. Gives the kill over to the AD carry, but they are have the inside track on the inner turret here. Xayah's doing some good work on it. Pops the W to get a couple more auto attacks off. Sejuani dives forward, Black Shield onto the AD carry. She is a bit out of position, though. She's got the ultimate. She's going to recall the feathers. A great flash onto the Tristana. One auto attack will take her out. Oh, she has nothing available. Orianna comes to save her life. Oh, that was a nail biter. Here comes the wave. A bit ambitious from the Nami, but I respect the play. Great team fight. I think Hecarim's getting a big head right now. I think he just needs to chill out, wait till he gets a couple of more tank stats, then he can dive under tower like that.
Yeah, no, and he's, like we said, he's snowballing, and that's going to give him a ton of damage in the mid-game, but he still needs to pick up some of those tank items to become truly an unstoppable force.
For sure, and they're going to pick up a lot of gold on the map. Never mind, this Azir is about to get one shot. He has his barrier available, scoops away in, hits the stopwatch. Could be a red buff applied on him, gets a heal from Nami, and gets the return kill onto Hecarim. That was a pretty good scoop from him. He waited till the E was fully down, and
Yeah,
then
he gets the
scooped away.
scoop, and his teammates follow up with the CC. He hits the Zanyas just in case. Good stuff.
Really good outplay. He really very patient with the barrier too. Knowing me, I would have freaked out, hit all my buttons, and died. So this is pretty much what I was talking about the other team didn't do. They were behind, so they didn't slow the game down. That's what AWU is doing at the moment. Just playing super far back. You can see them under tower on each side. They have vision in case they're in the side lanes. Not playing super aggressive, so they have the scaling champion on his ear and Tristana, so they still have a chance in this game.
Oh yeah, no. Game's not over by any means. 5k gold lead, but we've seen teams come back from worse. You know? People throw 10k gold leads at this level. They throw it in pro sometime. It happens. Teams like your team comp they can scale so differently in different ways, and with 5 very different champions on both teams every game, you never know at what stage which team might have the advantage, you know?
I play in gold, so the game's never over at any point in the game. These guys seem a little bit more organized than our teams, but a good
Nice
disengage. So they saw the
yeah.
Hecarim lemon. Biggest thing in these team fights is how much damage can Azir get down, because Tristana is sitting on an item and a half. She's not really going to do much against their tanks.
Alright, they're starting the Baron.
Baron is started by Hecarim.
They have everybody here except for Ornn. Rumble's in the bot lane.
They don't do it all that fast, in complete honesty. They have a lot of burst, but they don't have a lot of sustained damage. Sejuani doesn't have flash, but does have smite. TP coming in from Rumble. Kind of a miss. Oh, but Xayah has to walk through the equalizer. She's going to get a couple of auto attacks on him after he comes out of the Zonius. Scoop onto the Ornn. Here comes Hecarim. He's going to look into the Azir. Azir dives in towards the middle of the team and dies. Tristana is going to have to be the savior of this team fight. She's going to have to disengage, though, and walk away.
Oof. 2 members go down. 1 member on the side of Return to the Middle Sticks, but it is the AD carry, meaning this Baron is going to be pretty much impossible now.
I have to imagine Return to the Middle Six is just screaming Azir's name in all these team fights. Because if they don't take him out first, he will shred through their team.
Yeah, he's got the Nashor's Tooth, he's got the Sork Boots, and he's getting close to that Zhonya's. I think he has like literally every component of Zhonya. Yeah, he has every component of Zhonya's, so he must be just a little bit shy.
Only thing he could have done a little bit better there is he dove in kind of late. I'm not sure why.
Yeah,
he had the option of going out.
If I'm not mistaken, he kind of flashed at the start of the fight, like he was trying to get closer for a Q, I think. But
really good target selection from Tindy's too, though, just to find the Azir in the middle of the fight. Burst him
definitely
down.
on point with his target selection. Right, Vision over to Kansas Wesleyan on the up around the Baron.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of blue wards around the Baron pit, though. They're doing pretty well to do some defensive warding. They might try to get a pick here. They have Sejuani available with a wave on top of that.
Wards up there right now. I think there's 4 controls.
Here comes a Curious Morgana. Uses an early Azir ult, though. Here comes Hecarim. He's going to come off to the side. Oh, it misses the Sejuani ult, like Smithy on the side here. Here comes Rumble. They're going to try to shred through his tank stats. Oh, and they do get him.
Wow, Kansas Wesleyan. A lot of gold down, but they still win the fight, and it looks like they're going to be able to take the Baron because of it.
And even though Return on the Middle Six is winning, they don't have a good Baron take. But however, KWU does have a good Baron take, and they will melt this Baron.
Tendies is alive. He does have his ultimate. He can get in here if they don't do something about it.
I think they try to just take the 50-50 smite at this point. It's worth it if they get it. If not, they're already behind.
50-50 smite.
Oh, Sejuani does a nice early time smite. Oh, and there goes Hecarim too. Picked up by the Azir, who now is going to complete his Ludens, I bet.
And Tristana's going to go pick up this giant top wave. Big bot lane wave that they have to go deal with. Dragon's up. KW's already on their way to it. Except for Tristana. Picking up that CS. Bubble Boy trying to get ahead. He is a bit of CS down on this Xayah.
Team fights are absolutely insane. Some of the most hectic team fights I've seen today, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, KW's playing these team fights really well. I mean, they have to be to win a team fight while 6k gold down like they were.
KW's like, hey guys, thanks for the leash. Free dragon here. And they can look to rotate mid because I don't see anybody there. Just the Oriana.
All right, so what was a 6K gold lead? Now much, much smaller, not even 2.
And they've got some low tower. They got a couple of free towers they can take for some free gold. I would be looking towards bottom. I think that's what they're doing.
Oh, I think I looked at that wrong. It is 2. All right, we've got Baron buff here in the bot lane. Bumbleboy and Rumble pressuring it. Nobody's here to defend it. They have several members mid, but that's not where Kansas Wesleyan is
Yeah,
headed.
against a Tristana, they're just going to melt all these towers. Not sure why they're backing here. They have the chance to take the inner too, but maybe they hit some item spikes that they're trying to complete.
All right, so they take a tower in the bot side. They all back, and it looks like they're just beelining it top. When Tristana cleared that wave earlier, she started a slow push, and it looks like they're trying to get up there to put the Baron buff on it if they can.
Yeah, they're recognizing a couple of free gold towers for him to get some.
Looks like they're going to be a little bit too slow to get there, though. Start getting cleared away.
Or he's backing if they.
There's a pick, maybe?
That's 20 going onto the Ekrim. Hits the ultimate. On top of the equalizer, here comes the wave. Ornn has no flash, and he's taking so much damage from the team. It's deleted by.
And he tries to peel for the Hecarim, but.
Ping's coming out to top lane, but they look like they're going to rotate mid instead. I think they want this inner.
Now with Ornn down, that is a big part of the team fight, or a big part of Return of the Middle Sticks team fight.
Yeah.
Got the pressure. They still have a Azir ult. They don't have Rumble ult or Sedge. They used all 3 of their engage ults.
Remove that tower from the map. A big issue on the side of Return of the Middle Six is if nobody gets on this Azir, I mean, he will actually melt your backline while you're taking the tower. So.
And another tower goes down. So the game is now borderline even. Still small gold lead for Return of the Middle Six. That is how ahead they were earlier this game. Even after a ginormous Baron power play.
Gotta respect when the Hecarim was getting out of control. They slowed the game down. They waited for them to make a mistake. Around the Baron pit, took a good team fight, and then took the Baron itself. So really well done.
I think we definitely saw Return of the Middle Sticks throw a lot of their window of opportunity with Tendies going into outnumbered fights. Lost a few of those fights, killed them, and while that wasn't a huge deal in the moment, their most sped player being off the map for just all that additional time really opened things up for Kansas Wesleyan to stall and to get back into the game a bit.
I think the biggest thing was that Sejuani just needed to be able to tank a little bit of damage so that her carries could do some of their own damage on the enemy team. Looking like the inside flank onto the Ornn. Oh, hits a nice reverse ult onto the Morgana. Here comes all the damage here. Azir doing a lot of deeps onto the tank. Oh, a great stopwatch. He's going to get hit by the shockwave. Oh, he did the double stopwatch, I think. Why did it last so long? Oh, here comes Hecarim onto the backline. A great ult onto the Azir. He's not getting much damage other than that. Here comes flash forward from Xayah. She's going to start hitting these tanks. Oh, is her E available? No. And he gets that last auto attack on the Sejuani. They have the inside track. Here comes Hecarim charging towards the Nami.
Right, ends up being a 3-for-1. Favor of Return of the Middle Sticks, actually. Which is a big swing, but a momentum swing for them because while being very ahead earlier in the game, they started losing a lot of fights back-to-back. Wow, a lot of damage, but Root goes down.
And here comes Hecarim to just trample over the Tristana. A pretty good bait mate from the Morgana.
All right, things looking good for Return of the Middle Sticks once again. They did fall behind for quite a while there, but now, here they come, picking up an inhibitor.
Yeah, they found the dream scenario of having a multiple skirmish fight so the Hecarim could go in and out, in and out, in and out onto the carries, all while the Xayah was just shredding through every single carry that was in front of her.
They all throw down their abilities for the blue buff and it's gone. Alright, so an inhibitor goes down in the mid lane. That's going to be huge for Return of the Middle Sticks. They've increased their gold lead once again. Can they keep it up, though?
Sure, KWU was going to win that fight. It was a fantastic equalizer, but it didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it was.
It's Rumble, still not super ahead in terms of items. He does have a decent CS lead, but 255. Not a lot of gold from kills or anything. Not even an insane amount of gold behind several other members in the game. So only 2 finished items plus boots. Gonna need another item or two before the ultimate starts to really melt these enemy carries.
It's gonna be interesting to see what the shot callers call here. Infernal Drake at this point in the game is pretty valuable, but
Ooh, for sure.
if ROTM get the Baron, it's gonna be pretty over because their siege is out of control.
Right, clearing away some super minions. Baron's gonna be spawning soon. Well, 50 seconds, not that
Let's see
soon, but soon
which
enough
way
to
the
get
team
vision
goes.
control. A lot of ping is
Ping's
going
coming
down
on in the mid. Yeah. Looking like they're trying to get the mid-wave shoved so they can get a little vision with the minions.
Yeah, Dragon spawns in 20. Baron spawns in 40. There aren't objectives for them to take right now, so I think they're just trying to shove mid lane as far out as they can, so that way these super minions don't put pressure on their base while they start to fight for these objectives.
Blue ping's onto the Infernal Drake. I think they're going to want the Drake rather than the Baron, but a really risky call because if they get Baron, it's probably game over.
Yeah, we saw what KW was able to do with their last Baron play. It's what's kept them in this game, honestly. They won a team fight around Baron, pick up the Baron, and take down so many towers using that buff. So looks like Return of the Middle Six is going to be looking for the engage, though.
And KWU, here comes a potential fight. A bubble lands onto two of the tanks right on top of the tidal wave. A lot of damage coming from the Rumble there. That's a pretty good chunk for them. All just because they wanted their blue buff.
Yeah, we see two ultimates go down there. Nami and Rumble. They do put a dent in some of those health bars, but not enough to secure any kills and not on the carries. Still looking pretty healthy, and that's two ultimates down.
Didn't quite pull the trigger all the way with them. They had this Edgewani ult available.
The Return of the Middle Six. This is what I'd fight. You just watched them burn two ults. You're still healthy. There's a Baron up now.
If you're timing flashes, you know that both the carries don't have flashes.
Wow, these KW guys ping a lot. Hearing that pop through the headset, seeing them pop up all over the minimap.
Maybe they don't even. Oh, here comes the Ornhorn onto the Hecarim. A scoop back onto the Hecarim. Nami just gets obliterated from the Hecarim. Looking like they're going to disengage and just say, hey, let's take the free Baron. They don't have a healer. They can't sustain. Sejuani does have Smite available. No flash. See if she can get cheeky. She's got to dodge a couple of Dark Bindings. She already got hit by one.
Ooh.
A head scratcher from Bubble Boy to kind of try to chunk him down.
Ooh, fourth shot goes a little low. Sejuani's full health here.
From Azir, who dives in to try to take these carries down. Let's see if they can dive in to get the Baron. Rumble just had ult up, uses it, takes down the Orianna. A side fight over here with the Ornn and the... I don't know who that was. Sejuani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice Zhonya's.
Azir just shredding through this Ornn. Let's see if he can save his top laner's life. Roebuck picks up the kill with the overheat Q.
Right. Well, they do get Baron and keep it on two members. Their bot lane carries. Their remaining three members all go down though. A lot of kills get traded back and forth there in general.
Quite honestly, like KW had no chance of getting that Baron anyway. So grabbing some late kills, grabbing some late gold to complete some items is probably the best bet.
All right. So they're down 6k gold. Pretty substantial deficit. Although the longer the game goes on, a little bit, that gold lead will start to matter a little bit less. Some of these champions will start having their core items, which is what they really need to do what it is they want to do. So if you can play a team fight well, once everyone in your team at least has those items, you can still win a fight. Tougher, still win a fight.
Bubba Boy finally is sitting on 3 items now, so he's like, hey guys, I can do damage. You guys stand around me, but now their focus is to keep the Azir alive.
I know I'm 1-4 and 5. I know I don't have the most CS in the world, but I just finished my core build. I'm ready.
I'm ready to fight. Oh, and then you look at the enemy AD carry who has 4 items and a pot ready to go. You're like, oh, well, never mind.
Sitting on that Elixir of Wrath, a little bit extra to micromanage, but definitely a way to pull a little bit more value out of your Elixir rather than just pop it and sit on it.
I'm honestly shocked at how much damage you could do to towers once you pop that pot. It's crazy how much you just melt through things. They've got the inside track on to the carries over here. They don't have an Ornn. TP is not available for the Ornn. A great equalizer kind of slowed them down into the Sejuani ult. Xayah just gets removed from the map with the equalizer. They're looking to continue this engage. Hecarim going in onto the backline, gets the kill onto the Tristana.
Man, they kind of played themselves there. They went forward trying to keep the Hecarim away from the AD carry, but by going forward, his ultimate put so much distance between him. He got to sit there in the back, sitting on Bubble Boy all alone for a little while. Picks
Shakiro's
up
been
the
doing
kill.
pretty well most of the game of pushing the Hecarim away, but he waited a little bit too early on that.
All right,
And
so
he just
that
charged
fight
right
ends up
through it.
being a 1-for-2 in favor of KWU.
I mean, the longer this game goes on, the longer those death timers are going to be. So if you do that again on the AD carry, that's going to be troublesome for ROTM.
Part of why
Hard to
Hecarim
see.
might be having a decent time in the meta right now is because of the way Cloud Drake got changed to work, where it's not just out of combat movement speed anymore, you get half the buff in combat. So having 2 Cloud Drakes while being a Hecarim, it's pretty feels good, man.
It is a pretty good feels. And, I mean, just the Predator buffs in general. Like,
And that, yeah.
that's
good
pretty
time.
much, that entire rune was made for that champion.
It's a good time to be a pony.
Right.
All right, so 5k gold lead in favor of Return to the Middle Sticks. They still have Baron buff on Morgana, or has it run out yet? We'll be able to see on the minions here in a moment.
Yeah, I think it's gone.
Yeah, it looks like it did run out. So, no Baron buff. Pretty close in towers. Dragon advantage. Hecarim's just sitting in the far back, trying to stay out of vision. He's got Predator, he's got Ghost, he's got his ult. He just sort of wants to wait in the wings until he sees an opportunity.
I mean, he just has his eyeball on Tristana every single time. Because they're doing
Yes,
a pretty
he does.
good way of zoning out the Azir, and so...
Nice root onto his ear. Here comes.
Good binding. Here comes Azir. Try to dive into the Azir. Azir not doing much damage. Xayah trying to lay the deeps for ROTM. Oh my god, just an absolute bloodbath here. Tristana getting some resets. Let's see if she can get a couple more auto attacks. Flash forward to get this one. Let's see if she rocket jumps over the wall to go towards the Ornn. Onto the Orianna, who flashes away. Gets the next reset on with a full explosive charge.
Dang,
Gets
and
the
what
kill.
looked like it was going to be a one fight for Return of the Middle Sticks goes completely sideways. They focused all of their efforts onto Azir, who got defended by his teammates and dodged quite a bit of it with the help of that Zanya's. He just sort of kites back, pops his flash, gets out of the fight. Everything was blown to kill him, and he's still alive. Bubble Boy goes off onto the side with all the focus going to Shikoro. He's free to free auto. They win the team fight, don't lose a single member, and just run it down mid. The death timers are still 10 seconds on the bot lane of Return of the Middle Sticks. It looks like that's going to be game out of
I
nowhere.
think this is going to be out of nowhere after they blew everything onto the Azir, who just stopwatched it all.
Wow, and the game ends with even kills, essentially even gold, and KWU was losing the whole game. They were behind in gold the entire game past like 12 minutes or something, down to even 6k deficits at some points. My goodness. All right, well,
Very
that's
GG between these teams.
yeah. Well, that's gonna be it. Do you have anything else you want to say, Jabroni?
Oh no, that was a great few games. Thanks for letting me cast these.
Yeah, no, thanks for popping in. All right, so that's going to be it. The next 3 games are going to be David Vid Kosick and Joseph Hamana Savala? Yep, there we go. I have confirmation. That is correct, so I was right earlier when I said that one. So thanks for watching, everybody. Another 5-minute break, and we'll be back with you guys in just a little while. And welcome back. We are back with week 2 of the 2018 GetRECt Fall Split. My name is David Vid Cossack, and joining me here, actually, I suppose returning, I'm joining
Yes.
him, is Jack. Jack loves lamp
Joseph
counts.
isn't here yet.
Joseph isn't here yet. He'll be in for the next game, I hope.
Yes, we hope. If he's not back, it will be Jabroni's.
It will be
once
Jabroni's
again.
back. Yeah, so we just saw we saw Kansas Wesleyan University take down Return of the Middlesticks for our third game of the day, and now we are about to hop into the fourth game, which is Unlucky Retribution versus Sweet Anime Thighs.
All right, so we'll hop right in there, get these names changed over real quick, because over on the red side is going to be Sweet Anime Thighs.
Over on the red side is going to be Unlucky Retribution.
Wait. No, these are Sweet Anime Thighs.
You said red side.
Did I? Oh
Yeah.
my God, yes. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
so-
Yes. Over on red side. Right. I had
Is
them
Unlucky
reversed. Is
Retribution.
Unlucky Retribution.
And
I was looking at the wrong, at the other side when I
it's
did that.
you are. You are.
There we go.
Not, yeah, unlucky. Oh.
Right?
Yeah, Unlucky Retribution is you are, but we've got some action going on. Killer actually flashes away and forces the heal, and now it's a big level 1 brawl. Player John running forward, throwing cleavers, but both teams can't really kill each other yet. Fresh Dingleberry going very low. Dr. Wildly flashes away. Player John is going to go down for first blood. Gavi hops in, gets a 3-man stun, and he is going to also flash away, but No Fear Matson takes down Gavi. That's 2 kills for the side of Sweet Anime Thighs. Channeling some facts.
It's a very
Wow.
close fight.
Yeah, that's 4 flashes burned and 4 combat summoners. Holy crap.
Yeah, Fresh and Abused both going very low, but they scrape by. Man, Dr. Wildly so close to dying as
Yeah.
well. But they turned their attentions to Player John, who was just as low.
Yeah. Whew. Great calculated flash forward there by No Fear Matson, jumping forward and managing to secure the kill onto Gavi, who had engaged basically the second round of the fight. Oh yeah, go ahead and so Himana just showed up as we were doing that level 1 fight. So Jack is going to hop off and Joseph is going to join us.
All right. Good luck today, Joseph.
Oh, but
See you
we've
guys
got
later.
a gank coming in here from Absurd Mother onto DCDK. He uses the flash and the cleanse. Abused Mother takes a couple of hits, and that is going to be that. Both summoners down for both sides of the mid lane. So, how are you doing, Joseph?
I am good. It is hot outside, but more importantly, with no flashes in the mid lane, it means that Pillar and the hookshot from Abused Mother are absolutely deadly. With such heavy CC and terrain altering abilities, if you can land a good stun, especially with Twisted Fate and Syndra having their own CC, it is a death sentence for anybody who lands it.
Yeah, Twisted Fate, Syndra, both very squishy.
Oh.
And we've got Dr. Wildly on the
Oh, the
backside.
baits!
The bait's coming in. But he's only level 2. He doesn't have the pillar yet. Abused Mother coming in with his own level 2 gets the press the attack proc, and now he's slowed again. Dr. Wildly doing some damage to him, knocks him back. Abused Mother doesn't have a flash to get away, but it doesn't really matter. Going to be safe under turret.
Yeah, I feel like Tornado waited a little bit too long to get into that fight. Oh, and Yasuo. Oh. Wait, whoa.
Yeah, it's a Yasuo Rakan bot
Yasuo
lane.
Rakan bot lane.
We
So,
didn't even get to think about it before the level 1 fight started.
so traditionally speaking, Rakan is counter. Oh my god.
But
because of
Dr.
Has-
Wildly,
oh no!
the Madman taking down Abused Mother in his own jungle and stealing the blue buff away. from the
Fantastic game sense there to recognize that with level 2, she doesn't have her own blue buff, she'd have to go for it, or else risk losing it. And just really well done. Oh, going
jungler.
in!
The Rakan engage comes in. Tiansama is here, and so is DCDK. The wind wall coming forward and keeping No Fear Matson from doing damage. Taylor 1 is now trying to walk away and forward at the same time, going to be knocked back, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any kills going to. Oh, but DCDK, he's going to go down! No
Yeah.
Fear Matson.
Fantastically done. Didn't have either side. He's like, you know what, guys, hold my burr, I got this. Unfortunately, Dr. DK saving Leona with the
Yeah, with the Scatter the
With
Weak,
Scatter the Weak.
tossing him backward away from the fight. No Fear. That's actually the second time so far that No Fear Matson has done that in this game. Just in the level 1 fight right before you came in, he like took a really risky dash forward and picked up the last hit on Gavi.
Wait, he took dash level 1 instead of Lightbringer? That is
I think they were just all trading they were trading damage, and then he was like, wait a minute, I have the opportunity for a kill.
absolutely within a fantastic job of the Neofear Matson. So hopefully another fight does not break out in this brief few moments I had to talk. So traditionally, Leona is the Rakan counter. You lock him down, you keep him there. Great answer to Rakan. Yeah, however, Yasuo can block the Zenith Blade from Taylor 1. It just comes down to a matter of reaction time. But I wonder if Alistar was banned away, because traditionally you want Yasuo and Alistar, mostly because Alistar is point-click CC. He brings the damage, and more importantly, they cannot pick. Excuse me. Alistar into Yasuo.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the bans. Speaking of that, so for unlucky retribution, actually, let's start with Sweet Anime Thighs, since they are on the blue side. Sweet Anime Thighs banned away Rise, Nocturne, and Poppy in their first rotation. I think.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, that's how that works. Is it the other direction on the? Or is it just still?
No, it's still left or right.
Okay, and then Unlucky Retribution banned away Rek'Sai, Graves, and Varus from Sweet Anime Thighs.
So I have to wonder if Gavi is just not comfortable with Alistar, if it wasn't thought about, or he just thinks he had a better chance on Rakan. Because this has to be careful of that lockdown coming in.
And Abused Mother is here as well. The gank coming out. Gavi is going to dash away, stopping the hook shot, but Tiansama is just going to go down. Enough damage to kill him, and now player John's teleport going to be interrupted by Fresh Dingleberry's slicing Maelstrom.
Yep, really good ult from Fresh Dingleberry. Unfortunately, he does not have Ignite, so his odds of killing Mundo this early in the game are very low, and they only get lower as time goes on. He's opting in for I'm surprised that he's opting in for like the farming pattern. He wants to stopwatch. He wants to clear the way, push it, move up in life. I don't know if I like that. I'll be honest. I don't know if I like the farming strat.
Player John has popped his ultimate, and he is moving forward, trying to get a little bit of fight in onto Fresh Dingleberry, going to hit a cleaver and the masochism hit. He's going to be doing so much damage to him. He flashes forward and hits the... Oh, but now No Fear Matson is knocked up. There's no ultimate for Yasuo, but I don't think it matters. He's going to knock up the ADC of Sweet Anime Thighs, and Rakan takes the kill. Taylor 1 now running away. The flash forward from Dr. Wildy. They're diving the tower, aided by subjugation. Tiansama going to get the kill onto the support of Sweet Anime Thighs. That's a two-man stun from the hookshot. Fresh Dingleberry's here, but he doesn't have his ultimate. Now Gavi knocking up both members of Sweet Anime Thighs down here. Abused Mother doesn't quite have the hookshot cooldown yet, is going to have to chase and hope that Dr. Wildy and Gavi stay in range. And the hookshot comes out. That's Dr. Wildy's stun. Abused Mother is in there, but Fresh Dingleberry cannot help him.
Fantastic cleanse from Gavi. He was out of mana. He had no other options. I had win wall. Yeah. I meant cleanse. Yeah, Rakan's popping win wall. Welcome to a more busted support. Oh, please don't push that wave. Lucian's right there.
Yeah, that's, be a good jungler. Let your ADC have the farm.
Right. A bit of an overstay there on the side of the blue side bot lane. Really pushing it. They didn't have vision. They had to know Dr. Wiley was coming for them. It was a bit, and then on the sound by the same note, Abused Mother had a bit of a greed there. If she hook shots on Dr. Wildly, I think she can pop him. He had no mana, he had under half HP, and he doesn't have a way out as opposed to the Rakan Yasuo.
Yeah, and I mean, that ended up being a 2-for-0, I believe, in the bot lane.
Absolutely.
So great fight taken there by Unlucky Retribution.
That's true. So let's take a look at those gold right quick. And with the gold, you look at kills and CS scores. Those CS scores are really good for blue side's bot lane, but reverse for the junglers. Oh no, a 4-man.
The 4-man or 3-man.
Oh.
It's Twisted Fate is on the blue side, so supported by their mid laner. Sweet Anime Thighs is going to come and siege this turret, but we have both DCDK and Dr. Wildy coming down into the bot lane.
Oh, looks like the pings again. They want this fight.
Yeah, Taylor 1 going to move into the middle of the enemy team, and now he's going to be taking so much damage from DCDK, forced to flash away. Gavi goes down alone in 3 members. Taylor 1 going to go down to the unleashed power. Tiansama on the run from Killer's stun. Manages to get away from him, and now Player John and Fresh Dingleberry are 1v1ing up here in the top lane. Slicing Maelstrom comes down, Player John is going to get the kill.
Yeah, just not enough time. I mean, so he wasn't able to pop his phase rush early, and he did not opt into boots, so he's not going to run away from this Mundo, especially once you eat that first cleaver. That makes me very curious about his build pattern here.
Yeah, crazy though. Player John ended up not popping his ultimate at all in that fight, just using it to get a little bit of health left so he can continue to clear the wave and push this turret.
I'm surprised Mundo got through the bans. Player John, he played this a lot. He played this in the last season's finals to great effect. His game actually propped the point of, can Mundo 1v9? And the answer was yes.
Yeah.
And after that, it became a very contested pick. So I'm surprised it has not continued to be so. Good dodge away from Matson. He has to be careful, though. He is out of mana.
Yeah, you've got to wonder, just because with the first 3 champions that were banned for Sweet Anime Thighs, Rise, Nocturne, Poppy, it's pretty varied. You know, that would suggest that you're mostly going, you're trying to ban away power picks and pocket picks rather than banning out a specific person, which would tell me that they're looking for, you know, an all-around map win rather than like taking someone's lead and turning it into the win. But yeah, it's a question of like, why do you not ban Player John's
Mundo?
pocket
Yeah,
pick?
it's such a strong champion. He hasn't gotten very many nerfs. I understand the Rise. I understand the Poppy. I think Nocturne has a lot of pressure on the map. I just don't know if it's enough. Speaking of weird things, Trundo's opted to just finish his jungle item as opposed to get a lesser buy and build boots as well.
Yeah, and he has finished his Cinder Hulk, which is also questionable. You know, you don't really try to go Cinder. Oh, you don't go Cinder Hulk first in any case because it gives % health. You want to, you know, go Cinder Hulk and then maybe like half of your next, or you want to go Skirmisher Saber, half of your next item, and then finish your Cinder Hulk.
I could see arguments for that. I think it's also a lot on his back timers because jungle items are just so efficient in gold. You don't really benefit from the % health, but if you have the gold to finish it, but not the gold to buy anything else, which I assume he didn't buy boots.
Yeah, so
I think it's worth it.
If you don't have the gold to buy something else on your way back, then it is a back efficient item. But there's a Twisted Fate gate coming down on the bottom lane. 4 members to 3, and now Dr. Wildly, but the 2-man Recombo, and now No Fear Matson is forced to run away. Gavi in the middle with the Rakan ultimate. Tiensama is just going to go down, and now it's a 4v2. DCDK doing what he can to peel for Dr. Wildly, but if Killer gets the hit onto Dr. Wildly, no, they are going to escape thanks to the Rift Scuttler.
Yep, between the Rift Scuttler and Tier 2 boots, Syndra's out of there. Really unfortunate ult there from Gavi and a fantastically timed exhaust from Taylor 1. Making certain that Tiensama did not get his full combo off at full damage. Gavi only managed to knock up No Fear Matson. He got the 2-man charm, but not the 2-man knockup. And it looked like they were aiming for the first tower here. Or possibly a free kill. Why not take both?
Yeah, Dr. Wildly walking right under the tower and doesn't quite die.
No, really close. Matson backed off at just the wrong moment, but they have a lot of pressure. They have the Rakan. He's going in.
Yeah, Player John running forward with the Masochism speed. Tiensama is here, and he's about to have... He has his Tornado. Is he going to hit? No. No Fear Matson dashes out of the fight. Dr. Wildly retreating, and Taylor 1 is going to lose his life. Please tell me. Kill Taylor 1. Thank you. And now Player John chasing down Killer, takes him down, and it is 3 members left, and DCDK is actually going to get killed by Abused Mother in the 1v1. Not much that a Syndra can do against Camille.
Absolutely. Really good hook shot into the combo, into the ult. There was no response. Kinnon's getting a lot of free time. Red side has to push a first lane tower gold here.
Yeah, it looked like Sweet Anime Thighs was actually going to get that first tower gold in the bot lane, but now with the fresh Dingleberry TP coming down, he has Slicing Maelstrom, and he's going to immediately force Dr. Wildly's flash. Tiensama tanking the tower, fresh Dingleberry not knocked up by Gavi, and now it's Player John and Gavi running away. Hookshot comes out, misses Player John. Gavi is going to shield his top laner twice and keep them from killing him. Good guy support.
Absolutely. Really good battle dance. Fantastic kill from Dingleberry. I'm surprised it worked out as well as it did. I like the immediate Zonians. I think it's the correct call. I think you risk eating a lot of CC and damage as soon as you get in there. Unfortunate for Gavi that he did not time the knockup correctly. And then the reverse unfortunate when Camille did not get her slow off once more in mistiming. But overall, they'd be first tower down to the blue side. Really good play. Unfortunately, they just did not have the damage to take it out the first time. But, you know, that's why you get 2 tries.
Yeah, I mean, it takes you 2 tries, and you still get it before they get first tower, so no harm, no foul. Now, with 4-5 members strong here around the dragon, it looks like they'll be able to push it, knowing the Player John does not have teleport and is topside. Now, DCDK forced to flash over the wall. Taylor 1 is in the middle of 3 of them. Dr. Wildly running away from the culling, and Gavi pops the quickness. Thien Sama's gonna go down. Killer is using his stopwatch as well. DCGK stunned and killed, and now the Twisted Fate ultimate going to be used to very little effect.
Absolutely fantastic damage though there. I really like Leona using her Zenith Blade to get over the wall, following Syndra's flash. That is a flash. That's cleanseless Syndra. She has to be careful of the solar flare, the point clicking killer, the hook shot, the C. Really, this entire team, as you see, even Lucian, because he does indeed. He has his finish. Not Gunblade. That'd be funny though.
Bork.
Bork. Thank you.
Gunblade Lucian.
Dude, don't encourage people.
Okay, I'd love to see Gunblade Lucian. If you play it, I will cast it next week.
Absolutely. I think it'd be a very fun thing. I could sit there and tell you all the ways it could be better.
Yeah, not necessarily any good at all, but
Exactly.
just
It'd be
really
fun.
silly.
CS differences really evening up for the jungle. You saw Trundle have this really big advantage. The thing that bothered me, and I just remembered it, he opted to not build his oh my god, Tiamat. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't build his Tiamat, so he's lacking a bit of damage. He's in the auto reset. He doesn't clear the larger camps as well. Camille also didn't opt in for it though, so the clear speed is that much of a difference. Camille just wants the burst. She has a finished warrior. She has a
Oh, the slicing maelstrom comes out. Player John is going to be stunned up by Killer. It's a 2v1 here, but Dr. Wildy coming in on the back. DCDK following behind. Fresh Dingleberry can't even fight Player John in a 2v1. He's going to go down.
Yeah, with Twisted Fate not really doing a lot of damage right now. He only just finished his rod. It has no stacks on. He does not have a Sheen. He needs to give this up or lose his life. Abuse Mother is here. She's looking for it.
And now Killer is going to be taking a bunch of damage, stunned up, and he's going to be taken down by Player John. That's a scary Mundo. 4-1 now. He's going to be able to go back and get probably like half of an item.
Secure it. Oh, wait.
No, not quite. Abused Mother going to escape by the skin of his teeth with a hook shot.
Yep, it's a good. He had to be worried. He didn't have vision at the other two members. Oh, they found them.
Now it's a 2v2. Taylor 1 standing in the middle. 4v2. The quickness comes out, and now No Fear Madsen's going to go down. That's a shutdown going over to Tien Sama, and Taylor 1 as well, going to lose his life to the Yasuo. Tien Sama getting himself back into the game here.
Absolutely. That was such a nasty combo.
Oh, yeah.
Really good combo, speaking of such a thing. Though I do point out that Dr. Riley's pillar absolutely secured the kill because he displaced Taylor 1, making the Zenith Blade miss Tien Sama.
Yeah, so now, actually, there was about a 3,500 gold lead for Sweet Anime Thighs before these two fights in the top and mid, but Unlucky Retribution just evened it up with both of those.
Absolutely. Really good. And then they pick up the Rift Hills on the back of that, got their tower. That basically guarantees at least one tower, possibly two, depends on where they use this. They actually have both sides have decent siege and anti-siege. You know what I'm saying? Like they can push into it.
Yeah, Twisted Fate has great wave clear as well as a lot of pick potential for anyone who tries to move forward. Same with Syndra, same with
Same with Leona,
Trundle, Dr. Mundo Cleavers. I mean,
Rakan-ish.
Yeah, Rakan has great engage, but not really counter siege.
That's true.
So, just in general, if this goes too late to a wave pushing game, it's going to be a very hard win for either of these teams.
It'll come down to a matter of who gets caught out.
It's who gets caught first.
Or who gets.
It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter which of the teams, like which member of which team gets caught, unless it's Mundo.
That's exactly what I was
it's
to
like
bring
if
up.
you catch Mundo, okay, then congratulations, you've just yanked an unkillable tanky bastard into your team. But
exactly, but with very few ways to kill him. I will note that I really love the Morello's build finish here from Kennen. Make certain that he can cut down with the reducing the grievous wounds. They are the picking into it. Unfortunately, so he looks like Trundle's going for the tank utility Trundle, which is a really great thing. I have no issues with it, especially with the hyper carry that exists within Yasuo. But the problem is, Blakan did the exact same thing. He wants that Zeke's. I feel like Zeke's is such a great item, and because Trundle can finish it first, I feel like Rakan should opt in for another item. But we'll have to see how well that works out.
Oh! Alright, that's the Slicing Maelstrom. He's going to be pushed away, but Dr. Wildy is stunned, and he is locked down. DCDK also forced to cleanse away. Gavi is also so low, but Tien Sama gets the kill onto Taylor 1. Player John so low, but the masochism is ticking. He is not going to go down. 3 members of Unlucky Retribution taken so low in this team fight, but now they come out strong. They take the kill and nothing else, and now Player John is able to stand forward and tank all of this damage from Sweet Anime Thighs.
Absolutely, especially with I really liked the recovery from Gavi. It made certain that there was no follow-up, that the 2 damaging members, a sweet enemy Thaz, were locked down. Fantastic reaction from Dr. Decay there to make certain with that.
Yeah,
no.
the Slicing Maelstrom immediately thrown backward by the Scatter the Weak.
Oh,
But
they're
the
looking
Twisted
for it
Fate
now.
Ultimate Gate is behind them. That's a bad spot for him, though. He's going to get knocked up and taken down immediately. Gavi living, jumping over to DCDK.
Yeah, you really have to question that chain of logic. Guys, I'm flanking them.
Wait, I'm Twisted Fate, and I don't do any damage because I have a half-stacked Rod of Ages and a Sheen.
Yeah, he really needs. I personally not a fan of this build. If you wanted to go this build, he needs to play like he has his build, a bit more tanky, can spam a lot more. He is not playing. He does not assassin TF yet.
Like, I just don't think Rod of Ages is particularly great for Assassin TF in the first place.
Absolutely.
It takes way too long to get online, and it is not a snowballing item by any means.
Yep.
What you do first, you go for, you basically go Luden's Echo, Lichbane, and, like, Morellos or Rabadons or something. I haven't played TF in so long that his core build has changed.
Death Cap was a pretty solid third item there, especially. But the only I feel like it's like you want a snowball. This is exactly what they wanted. They had the Lucian, they had Camille, they were popping off. Unfortunately, TF went for this more scaling build, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I feel like this team's something you have to win early in because Trundle Pillar does proc the last breath from Tien Sama.
Yeah.
So a lot of ways for fights to go poorly for you in the late game. You want this over, and unfortunately they have thrown away their 3. Oh no!
Oh, Abused Mother caught here. DCDK. Actually, he is going to stop the unleashed power, but it doesn't matter because Dr. Wildy is there to assist his mid laner.
Absolutely, and so really annoying fact with Syndra's ultimate interactions. Even if you dodge he dodged the first few balls, but you have to dodge every single ball, which is why Banshee's Veil is annoying with that because it only stops for 1 ball. Looks like they're opting for Baron after picking off their jungler.
Yeah, 21 minutes, 1 jungler is not on the map, and I think they win this 4v4. Player John also having his teleport available if it comes to a team fight.
However, they do not have Dr. Decay's ultimate. That's a lot of damage, a lot of single target damage. Last fight, it forced Killer out of the fight almost immediately.
Yeah.
So without that, looks like they're going to back off, not willing to risk getting womboed between Taylor 1 and then locked down by Kinnan and Twisted Fate, which is a pretty fair concern.
Yeah, so now they Unlimited Retribution, being they, forced to back off from the Baron, just opting to clear vision around it instead. There isn't really much on the map. Even on the bot side of the map, they've taken both of those turrets.
That's
so
true.
Their focus is on the top side.
So did they use Rift Hill somewhere and I just didn't see it?
I think they used it mid, but it didn't really get used very well.
I understand.
I saw Dr. Wildy pop it right around the mid-inner, but I think it got 1 charge off and then died.
Gotcha. It was definitely a case of the camera never cared.
Yeah,
the camera never cared about it.
If the camera didn't care about it, it means it didn't do damage.
Exactly.
And now Killer forced to walk away, but Player John is here, caught in the middle of 4 of them. He's stepped too far forward, and he is going to go down.
Yeah, we were talking about how catching Mundo is not what you want. However, Abuser.
Oh, now Abused Mother is going to get hit by the last breath. Dr. Wildy is on a killing spree. Gavi gets the 3-man recombo. No Fear Matson is forced to run away. Tien Sama is unstoppable, taking down Taylor 1. And now, unfortunately for Killer, his gate does not complete, and he is going to die as well. 4 members strong, moving toward Baron against Fresh Dingleberry and No Fear Matson.
And then as the 3rd time, Camille has face checked a bush, much to her almost immediate demise.
Yeah. Tien Sama using his last breath, effectively taking down the priority targets, and here with the Baron dance being so important for both teams, Abused Mother is the priority target. Killer doesn't do any damage yet, and No Fear Matson is so squishy that he can easily get thrown out of a fight by DCDK.
That's true, but we'll have to see. Barring, there's no one nearby. This Baron's going to fairly quickly, and that is a scary.
Unless they all stop and wait around the sides of the Baron, and then just say, "Hey, Abused Mother, come take this."
Yeah, exactly.
But they are going to get it, catapult themselves into a 4,000 gold lead.
Absolutely. I'm not a fan of, as a bit of a nitpick here, I'm not a fan of Camille's itemization in the choice of her trinket. The reason you like Super so much is so you can pop it before you enter a bush. Then it reveals everyone inside of it. She would have saved her life twice now with that kind of line of thinking. Though, so the way I feel like the way that Sweet Anime Thad gets back in this is if they pick off Yasuo. If they can kill Yasuo and keep No Fair Matson alive, then uh-oh.
Oh, now Tien Sama throws the wind wall, and DK is going to take down Killer. The exhaust is onto Abused Mother. The last breath comes out, and he is not going to live for much longer. No Fear Matson might actually be able to kill Tien Sama, though. He is going to go down now. This Slicing Maelstrom comes out. Player John, not quite, or that's Dr. Wildy. Fresh Dingleberry is going to flash away after using his Zanya's. Gavi healing up Dr. Wildy a little bit, but oh, that's so much damage by DK. But has he moved too far forward? No Fear Matson might be able to chase him down.
No Fear Matson living up to his name, just like, wait, she blew her cooldown, let's
Yeah,
go!
wait.
Just immediately dashes into the Syndra, picking up the Grievous runes. Fantastic damage. Unfortunately, the Syndra's AoE and damage is just doing so much work in these fights.
The Syndra not actually having that many kills, only 2 kills of his team's 19, but with the 10 assists and the 20 CS lead over his lane opponent, he is going to be quite strong in these fights.
Absolutely. Though,
Fresh Dingleberry doesn't have the wave, but
Oh!
Killer flashes away, and now DK doesn't have the unleashed power.
opting once again that the skirmish they were doing work. I don't know if they can kill him.
Yeah, player John, they don't have any healing reduction. Fresh Dingleberry might just go down here. Now Abused Mother is on the ropes. Player John chasing him down. If he hits it, oh, that's a double kill. 1v2 for player John.
Fantastic jump from there. Once again, Mundo is a brutal pick. Oh!
DK flashing forward, and he is going to take down Killer. Now, No Fear Matson going to die to the quickness. Taylor 1 hanging under this turret, but not for long, because he is going to go down as well to 3 members of Unlucky Retribution. Okay, he's dead.
Perfect. Good straining, good
Thank
technique. And it looks to be game. They have bad minions there inside their base. There was not a single member of Sweet Anime Thighs left on the map.
5 seconds left on Fresh Dingleberry and Abused Mother. Can they stop it? They don't have the important cooldowns. Fresh Dingleberry not having the Slicing Maelstrom. They have to stall for Killer and No Fear Matson.
No, it isn't. Slicing Maelstrom. This isn't going to
Did
matter.
he just use that?
He
Okay.
just used it. There's just no saving it. The Nexus is going
the Nexus
down.
is going down. It looks like Unlucky Retribution are going to take a couple more kills before they finish off this Nexus and take the series over Sweet Anime Thighs.
Absolutely. Really good early game from Sweet Anime Thighs. Unfortunately, they weren't able to translate that lead into anything. Syndra doing so much work. I really love the way this team played. And unfortunately, Yasuo hit. He got his Infinity Edge, and suddenly he's terrifying.
Yeah. So, a great game, a good showing from Unlucky Retribution, coming out strong and beating Sweet Anime Thighs. We will be back with the 5th game of the day, and I think it's 100 Steves versus Oklahoma Good Diamond Rush. Thank you very much, and we'll be right back. All right. So we have just learned that both of the final two games of the day, the 100 Steves Diamond versus Oklahoma Diamond Rush, and what was the last one?
Taco Fish
Team
Death
Fish
Cab?
Taco
Team
versus
Fish Taco.
Team Fish Taco versus Death Cap for Cutie. Both of them were played on the old patch, and I'm not sure where those recorded files are. So we're going to go on break for a couple more minutes so we can find Jack and figure out how we're going to stream those. So we will be right back, hopefully, with
Absolutely.
your games. See you in a bit. All right. We are very sorry, but since the final 2 games for the day were played on the old patch, and we can't find Jack, and he isn't responding, we're not going to be able to stream the last 2 games today.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, it's just
unfortunate.
unfortunate
There was nothing that went wrong on any side. It's literally just we cannot find the files wherever Jack hid them.
Yep. And it's actually really strange. The 100 Thieves game was played on Friday.
So it wasn't on the old patch.
Right.
So then why is it?
Really good point. Question.
This is the 100 Steves game? Wait, no, this is the 100 Steves game.
Right. And when I did that, it said it didn't exist. If it exists, I'll be. Wait. Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, there it is. Was created an error.
This replay was created by an older version of League of Legends.
If you take us off screen, I'll log into my account and see if I can't download it.
All right, let's see what we can do. All right, we are back, and we think that we fixed it. So
Absolutely.
let's.
And hopefully this is enough stalling time for
This
Jack to
is
get back to
100
us.
Steves, and that's off center. Oh god, it's still. He put in unlucky retribution as unlucky rather than you are. All right, so we are getting into the game between 100 Steves and Oklahoma Good Diamond Rush. There we go. And we are into game.
Absolutely.
Would you like to introduce your team?
My team is some strong words. I ended up subbing in for 100 Steve's Diamond Cat because they needed a support, and this is all played on after a 15-hour workday. In my defense, before we see mechanics.
Continue with the excuses.
I will. Really good invade. Really a lot of early pressure here on the side of OGR, trying to get vision down, just force them out of their own jungle. And the level 1 isn't. So if Dr. Giggle starts hookshot, he has a lot of pressure, a lot of early game possibility. But I think it's going to get damage and see where Captain Melonhead was starting. So interesting picks on both sides. In solo queue, who would you root for in this scenario?
In solo queue, I root for the one with the Akali.
That's exactly
that's a no-brainer. But I think Hayabusa Taicho here on the Galio should be able to do enough to at least mitigate that Akali's kill potential in lane and in roams, because Galio should be able to follow Akali when she leaves lane.
Absolutely.
Without losing his life
Forward,
quickly.
yeah. And so Hayabusa also, this is one of his favorite champions, or at least one of his default champions. I tend to see him play it a lot. I'm not quite certain.
He doesn't actually like it. He just kind of plays it.
Hey man, whatever happens to work. Not too much happening on the bot side. Early push because of their jungler to the top side. So Graves in the trundle is a thing we see fairly often. So Dr. Eagle's going for the early trade. Lots of early game field damage, especially with that
Dr.
shield.
Eagle's going to take about half of Hike's health. Just saying that 5 times fast.
Yeah, and he's just not.
Now the hookshot comes out, goes wide, and Hike is just going to try and run away. The Conqueror popped for him, but he is going to flash away from Dr. Giggles.
Absolutely, and he has Ignite over the Dr. Giggles teleport. Has to be so if he gets forced out of lane, he has to do the walk of shame.
Yeah, and yeah, without being able to solo kill Dr. Giggles, this Ignite pick is not going to work out the way I'm guessing that he hoped it would.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange pickup because generally Aurelia has a very weak mid game. That is a greedy, interesting trade.
Yeah, and now the hookshot actually lands. Hike is going to get the Conqueror, but the press the attack already popped on him. He's going to be taking a lot more damage in that trade.
I wonder why Giggles backed off. He knew that Hike didn't have flash. I think he could have followed him and secured the first blood right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
But Hayabusa Taisho going to hit the taunt and the full combo onto Juice on Lime. Juice on Lime. Is that
really
also a
good.
sub?
I don't know. I was
Oh, Hayabusa Taisho and Juice on Lime are fighting right now, but the Ignite is going to tick. Whoa! First blood going over to Hayabusa Taisho. The triumph, I guess, or possibly the level up, keeping him alive through the Ignite. Now the hookshot is going to stun up Hike. Dr. Giggles is under the tower. He's going to get the kill, but the Ignite and the minions going to tick away and take him down.
The absolute last damage. The absolute last hit from the minions
Last hit from the minions after Ignite has worn off has to feel bad.
Absolutely. Though, just casually walking up for the hook.
Yep. Yeah, this Hamana guy really sucks. He doesn't know how to play Pike
Absolutely.
at all.
Hey man, insert excuse here. Yada yada. High five self.
Why don't they
Perfect.
Why don't they put a real Pike in? Someone like, oh, you know, Ohmwrecker. That dude was a monster. I suppose he was Cossack. Or something.
Oh,
But
it's you.
Yeah, Cossack's back when he had that really standout Pike game.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so Pike and Alistair is really strange. Pike, so Alistair has no point in engaging on Pike because Pike's going to literally always just EOA, nothing happens.
And then Alistair usually gets stunned in there.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, really good trade from Dr. Giggles, dashing into the bush to make certain that he doesn't draw the minion aggro. I really like that trading pattern.
Dr. Giggles has been playing this lane so far with extreme proficiency, fighting in a giant minion wave, but still winning these trades. Trodelor coming up to the top to fight Hike a little bit, gets a little bit of damage off, and he's going to take just about half his health, forcing the top laner of 100 Steve's to back
And he's
off.
not even really losing much. He's losing literally no, nothing. He has nothing else to do.
Yeah,
his
Giggles
camps are
isn't losing
cleared.
he isn't losing CS. He's still there on XP, and his lane pressure is still strong.
Absolutely. And
Dr. Giggles on the Camille doing a really great job at forcing Hike off. Now the engage comes in for Hayabusa Taisho on Juice on Lime. He's going to be taking a bunch of damage, and he can't quite break through this tanky boy.
Absolutely, especially once Hayabusa procs the Aftershock, there is no possible response to it. And here we see the aforementioned
Mana
point.
dashing back, hitting Silverhammer with the stun.
Yep. And this is a very familiar trading pattern for both sides of that matchup. I really like Hayabusa opting for Aftershock. It means anytime he lands some of his very easy lands you see against the Kali, it means he's safe for those 2 seconds of 100 armor.
Yeah, the knockup, he gets 2 seconds where, you know, if a Kali throws down her Shroud, he doesn't really take any damage from all of those passive resets that she gets.
Absolutely. The following damage. Let's let him trade really efficiently. He's using that timer well. If you notice, he's only going for trades when he has the Aftershock
when he
up.
has it up. He's not just going on cooldown, he's going on the right cooldown.
Exactly. Trundle out CSing Graves in something I did not notice while playing this game.
Yeah, especially when, Silverhammer pulled back in, but Hike and Dr. Giggles are going for it. Hike's in the middle of a big minion wave. He doesn't really have the proficiency that that Dr. Giggles does, and he's going to take him down with the Hextech Ultimatum under turret.
Absolutely not. I mean, he didn't have flash, he didn't have ult. Really good job from Giggles.
Real unfortunate, but that's the double knockup from Silverhammer, throwing Hamana back into the back of the fight, and now Devin11 just jumping forward into Emma Hotson and dying.
Yeah, so what happened? If you jump on the bomb, you need to continue hitting the bomb so you get your reset. And he unfortunately changed targets, meaning he did not have the jump up, and just getting taken down between Silverhammer and Emma Hotson. Really good job there. Stayed cool. Neither of them panicked instead of blowing sums.
Yeah, I suppose he looked at the Caitlyn and said, "Wait a minute, she doesn't have mana. She can't really do anything to me." And then kind of forgot that Caitlyn just does a bunch of auto attack damage.
Absolutely, and it also put him in a really bad situation in the sense of he's between Alistair and Emma Hudson, and that's not where you want to be.
Yeah, it's just you never really want to find yourself between an Alistar
Maybe.
and Caitlyn.
Yeah, not a good place to be. Good stun from Hike, though. This Camille opting. Oh,
Oh, Hayabusa Taicho getting a really nice engage off again on Juice Online.
yeah, but because he opted for the safer exhaust to make certain he absolutely was not killed in lane, his kill pressure is a lot lower than his to save he took Ignite. Which,
I think it's fine because you're not going for solo kills, but
Oh!
Captain Melonhead, Dr. Giggles with the God hookshot tosses it through the pillar.
he was actually
yeah,
interrupted.
Oh, but he got interrupted on the wrong side. Which,
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Really good interrupt, just the wrong side. Still a really good try from Captain Melonhead to try to apply some pressure. Graves catching up in CS, going for the free Ocean Drake. He just saw Melonhead top. He has not been spotted on wards. Even though he does not have priority bot side, this looks to be a free dragon going over to OGR.
It does not look like Himana and Devon 11 are any the wiser.
No, did not see that coming. We're like, I bet he's on dragon right about now. And then about 3 seconds, we heard the
Himana going to get knocked up by Silverhammer, but nothing is going to come of it. Emma Hudson a little too far away for the actual fight.
Yeah, and again, Hike
Oh,
might be in
Dr.
trouble.
Giggles catching it. He has Hextech ultimatum back in a couple of seconds, and he has Flash as well. So if he wants to engage, now, there's not really much that Hike can do to stop him.
Especially once he just blew his CC. His pal has his chance to to survive the insanity dive. We'll have to see how if he manages to pull it off or not.
Yeah, the question is, does Dr. Giggles feel confident enough to tower dive Hike? And it looks like Hike isn't really giving him a chance or a choice. The blade thing comes out, but Hike flashes away. Dr. Giggles taking damage from minions, and the last turret shot going to take him down. A
Absolutely.
1-for-1 trade.
No, that's still so good for Giggles. The wave is crashing. Aurelia has no teleport. Giggles does. Giggles also has a significant CS advantage over Dr. Giggles.
Yeah, the
Wait.
only thing that Dr.
Over
Giggles
Hike.
is really giving up right there is the 450 shutdown gold.
Yep.
So
But not good for him long run, but it could be worse. Oh, a lot of damage
wow,
coming out.
Hayabusa Taicho taking a bunch of damage from Juice Online. Juice Online has his ultimate and his ignite both, but Trodelor is here to support his mid laner, and now Juice Online is going to be forced to run it back into Trodelor. He has ignite, and Trodelor's gonna take a bunch of damage. He's gonna go down.
Yeah, and now Hyber's in trouble. The Captain Melonhead is right there. He has a pillar, great pillar, chasing him down, using the Scepter but backing off after a couple of moments.
Yeah.
Fantastic play from Akali. Just
Juice Online using the flash to dodge away from the collateral damage.
the collateral damage. It was. I think he dies to it. I think it's a fantastic
he
flash.
probably would have died to that, making sure to dodge not only to the side but just a little bit forward, so that if it explodes at the end,
He
it's
doesn't
like
eat it.
catching you. With the cone.
Exactly. Really good job there. Fantastic mid play. So looking at gold and CS, the gold advantage is heavily in the favor. Well,
It's 1,000. Yeah, it's 1,000, and it's at 10 minutes. Now, Silverhammer is going to be stunned up. He has the Unbreakable Will, and he is going to use it. Flashes away.
yeah, I mean, really good Trundle pillar, making certain that the Silverhammer cannot go over. So that's a So he did really great using his ultimate there. I see a lot of Alistairs hold it, and hold it, and then they
like a third health
yeah,
or
then it's
whatever,
like
and then
oh
well,
wait, I'm dead.
You know, yeah, you're already dead at that point. You can't really benefit from the damage reduction.
Exactly.
Just using it as a really expensive cleanse.
Exactly. So really good job from Silverhammer there. I like that ult. But sorry, CS. They keep fighting, man. I'm telling you, I need them to slow down. Really significant for both Caitlyn and Camille. Graves somehow significantly behind this Trundle.
Yeah, it seems like every time Trodelor goes to gank or counter gank or whatever, there's a lot. Captain Melonhead gets a lot further ahead.
Absolutely.
But when Captain Melonhead's present in the lanes, it doesn't seem like Trodelor is really taking advantage of that.
That's true. I feel he hasn't been his bot side for a little. Oh, Emma Hudson getting hooked up.
Oh, that's the one-man stun. Emma Hudson flashing away from Himana, and Himana doesn't have his pull anymore, so he can't get in there.
No, but
and re-engage the fight.
Absolutely. Emma Hudson. Whoa, what?
Whoa, jumping under turret. Hayabusa Taicho is low, but Juice Online is lower.
Yeah, I guess he's confident in his ability to just regen with that Q as things go by.
Yeah.
Riftail being dropped into the top lane for OGR, looking to get the guaranteed first tower going over to OGR. good secure, good use of repelled. I am a fan.
Yeah, OGR making sure that they push this lead where they have a clear lead in the top lane. Dr. Giggles being 35 CS up over Hike as well as a kill.
Absolutely, and that's one scary Camille. Looking for a hook. He's just eating auto attacks for it.
Eating like 3 auto attacks from Emma Hodson.
Absolutely.
Unfortunate, but now Dr. Giggles threatening Captain Melonhead a little bit, trying to get the. Yep, there we go. The blue buff resets. Make sure that Captain Melonhead's clear is
Disturbed.
hindered.
Dropping some of that BM. Right now, Camille's looking for a Kale. Kale needs to be over here. The
Now
heck.
Hayabusa Taisho's going to go in. The taunt is up, and he catches him. Now Dr. Giggles is here. He has the Hextech Ultimatum. Is he going to need it? He doesn't have Flash, and he can't get in range to cast it. Unfortunate, but Hike is up there. Trotalor is going to hit him with a little 1-2 punch.
Yeah, good pillows. I really like the pillows from Captain Miller in this game. Great escape from Juice on Lime. Oh no.
Oh, now Giggles. Okay, he's not gonna go super hard for this. Going to get pulled in by Himana. The Hextech Ultimatum comes out. Himana is going to. The Blade Surge is out, and Dr. Giggles is running away. But Hike following the stun, but it kills anyways. Trotalor now 1v3 trying to escape. He has his flash, uses it, but it's too late. Silverhammer now. They're just running in one by one by one. Hike is going to go down to Silverhammer's Ignite. Captain Melonhead taking a couple of turret shots. Silverhammer going to dodge the pull by Himana. That is a 3 for 1 in the mid lane for 100 Steves.
Absolutely. Really, really good job there on both sides. Though, I feel like Graves, he should have just left. There's no reason for Graves to continue to stay there. Once he, like once he realizes
Either he
my
should
whole,
have been there in the first place,
Yep.
or just backed off. Like, your strongest member is just about to die under
Oh.
turret.
Yeah, sorry. He just headbutted as opposed to doing the full combo with Dr. Giggles right there to back him up.
Yeah.
That could have been a very free kill on the Trundle. Unfortunate.
Dr. Giggles didn't really have any cooldowns out. I mean, he had
He had
hook
hook shot.
shot, but like with whoever it was, I think
Right.
that was
It was-
still, yeah,
it was-
Himana was
uh,
still there, so it would have been a 2v2 with no cooldowns.
That's I guess that's true
I
too.
think Captain Melonhead wins that just because he is
Really?
Trundle.
Out of the Trundle, he had half health. He has no subjugate. He would have been forced to
Dr.
flash
Giggles
over the
was
wall.
Full health.
Yeah, he came back from by. It doesn't matter because Hike's getting blown to bits.
Yeah, Hike flashing away from Silverhammer, but he's still going to get the stun off. The flash forward by Dr. Giggles means that Hike is going to go down. Himana forced to flash away as well. Now Trotalor and Juice on Lime are fighting. Dr. Giggles stuns him, but he is going to get to walk away. No, the Silverhammer combo. It's going to go right through. Juice on Lime goes down to Emma Hotson's ace in the hole. Captain Melonhead now taunted, knocked up, hit down, and Emma Hotson taking him so low with the Piltover Peacemaker. They're going to siege this turret. Hayabusa Taicho pulled in, forced to flash away as well. Great pull in by Himana, picking that cooldown
Absolutely.
from Hayabusa.
Unfortunately, not. Death Blow was not available, so not able to do fun Pike things. Massive disappointment. See, holy CS difference. Look at that, Caitlyn.
Holy CS, Batman.
Yeah.
That's a 31 CS differential at 15 minutes. Now the second dragon of the game going over to OGR.
Yep. Really, I was like watching the supports fight because it's just hilarious. It's like CC, CC.
CC.
Wait.
No one's doing
we-
damage. CC,
yeah.
CC.
Do we have teammates? No. Well, I guess we'll just keep doing this.
Yeah, I guess we'll just keep hitting each other. We've got auto attacks, right? We can wait for cooldowns and CC.
Yes, exactly. Caitlyn and Tristana both finishing up that Stormrazor, but Caitlyn also has the Berserker's Greaves with the extra kill advantage. And, the Fit is Yes advantage. So,
Yes.
Giggles opting for Route of Ages. Very, very, very common. Absolutely.
Yeah, Hayabusa with the Rod of Ages makes sense because even though he is a tank, Galio is a tanky boy.
He is.
They still need AP on this team, and
That's true.
he does damage with his magic resist, and he does a bunch. His base damages are really high.
Absolutely. I
His
like
Winds
Rod of Ages.
War, great for poking.
Absolutely.
So, all in all, a pretty good, solid and standard pickup for Hayabusa Taicho.
Absolutely. That is the weirdest. I've never seen. I don't see a Kali very often because she's perma banned. I never noticed a shuriken sticks in you like 4 inches out of your model.
Yeah, it just kind of
Just
lodges in the side.
100%. A very interesting thing. Irelia, however, has finished her Tiamat LOL at me.
Trinity
Force.
Force.
Same thing long run, right? Oh.
No, I don't think so, but Silverhammer's going to go over the wall. Himana pulls him in, and it's a battle of supports. He's going to hit him with a CC, and Silverhammer's going to walk away because Juice on Lime is coming. And now Himana doesn't quite get the stun off on Hayabusa Taicho. Himana is taunted under turret, takes 2 turret shots. That's 4 members of 100 Steves in the mid lane.
Yep, really good interrupt, making certain that the hook was not able to go through.
Yeah.
Because once it's being charged, if you interrupt it, the hook goes away.
Yeah, because it is a true channel.
Right. It's not like the Blitz or Thresh hooks where you hit them and they happen.
Or even like an Ezreal ult or a Luxor or something where it shows a channel time, but it's not actually a channel.
Yeah, you can't
can
interrupt
cast
it.
even if you get interrupted.
Which looks so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always weird, like, you know, you die in the middle of your Arcane Barrage.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like,
why am I still ulted?
Yeah, it's still, like, the ultimate just came out of my corpse. I'm not sure what's going on right now. Emma Hotson sieging this turret. She has her Storm Razor and her Zeal, so she's going to be doing a bunch of damage with all of this attack speed, getting the headshot procs off. Hayabusa, though, caught in 4 members. He can't quite get away. All of his movement is interrupted, and Devin11 is going to take him down.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you want. You want your ADC to have this gold. You want them to have experience.
You want him to be able to match the enemy ADC.
Exactly.
Basically. Make it OGR's problem to kill your ADC, and
Right.
you can sit back and just say, well,
We
I
tried.
guess I'm just gonna unload on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna unload on you. It's your Camille's duty to try and kill me.
Yeah, I mean, who do you focus? You focus the diving Aurelia, the soon-to-be unkillable Trundle, the terrifying icon. Like, you have a lot of options to choose from.
You want to make sure that one more of those options is like, if you don't kill me, I'm gonna wipe your entire
Exactly.
team.
Trundle just trying to
okay.
casually back.
100 Steves taking this bottom lane outer turret, while Dr. Giggles pushes Hike into his own inner in the top lane. 3 turrets to 0. It's about to be 3 to 1. But Dr. Giggles pushing this turret means that someone else is going to have to come up. I don't think Hike can 1v1 Dr. Giggles.
I don't think they can wave run him, but I wonder if they can match him. So far they've been able to clear waves pretty well. Steve's not able to pick up the bot lane tower being forced off by 4 members.
Yeah, Emma Hotson doing a great job at using that Caitlyn, the Caitlyn range and
Absolutely.
the Caitlyn, and the Piltover Peacemaker.
Yep, lots of wave clear, lots of damage, make sure that there's just no possible way. And even if they do want to push the fight, you have a Galio, you have a Alistair. These are things you do not want to mess with. Oh,
Emma Hotson pulled in, flashes away, and now Juice on Lime is going to try and take him down. Goes in with the other charge of the ult, but dies to the headshot. And now Trundle goes down to Trodelor. Devin jumps out, but Silverhammer gets him with the auto attack before he goes in. It is only Himana left on that bottom side. He is fleeing, scared.
Absolutely.
It's still that 1v1 at the top, and now the Hextech ultimatum is down. The stun comes out. Dr. Giggles might be... Oh, God, Hike! With the unexpected takedown on Dr. Giggles.
Absolutely fantastically well played from Hike. It looks like his bot lane tower is being sieged. There's not much of an answer. Graves are a little bit too deep.
Trodelor, what are you doing? Trodelor, what are you doing? Okay, he's just going. Oh, the death from below takes him down. Now Emma Hotson resets the ultimate for him. It's Hike and Himana, the 3rd reset. He has the last charge for Silverhammer. Is he going to be able to get it? Not quite pulled back in, but if Hike can stun him, that's Silverhammer. And now the ultimate. Is he going to? No, it's out of.
Range.
I mean, it's just wrong.
It is, absolutely.
It completely missed, but
If you could-
still,
Yep.
three kills worth of gold going over to Hike in that trade. Himana also getting 3 kills. So basically,
and
that's
sharing-
now like a 15 to 11.
Exactly. I mean, and sharing all that gold with this Aurelia.
She's going to be a lot scarier now. Dr. Giggles won't be able to just hang around in the top lane and push.
They're doing almost no damage to his Baron, though, and Hamana does not realize he is tanking until about right now.
He's about to execute. Yep, there he goes. Dr. Giggles here on the backside. It's 4 members, and with Tristana basically doing no damage to the Baron, they're going to have to back off. They can't take it in time.
Yep.
Himana ruining his own
I
perfect
did.
scoreline.
Most impressive thing. Also, not only ruining his own scoreline, but also costing his team Baron. Because if he survives the peel Camille off, that threat is enough. So high five to Hamana.
And now, with the Mountain Drake up, it looks like Oklahoma Good Diamond Rush is going to go for their third dragon of the game.
Absolutely, and it's going over uncontested, which means when that Elder Drake spawns, it is going to be a very high priority target. Because I feel like if they get that with 3 Elemental Drakes, even if none of them, none of them are of a kind, you still have a lot of damage, a lot of more abilities to use. Oh, they're paying for it. They have vision.
Emma Hudson is here. He's going to take, and he's going to steal away the red buff from Devon 11.
Absolutely. Pike has to kill with nothing cutting though. Why does Caitlyn have a lifesteal item?
Let's think of possible reasons.
No. But you build IE.
She wanted lifesteal. That's not a good enough reason.
Yeah,
But she wanted lifesteal, and I suppose we have to respect that decision because we can't tell Emma Hudson to change it right now.
That's very true. Yeah, I just feel like anything that detracts you from that third item edge.
Yeah, like if you were going, if you went with that Vamp Scepter before you started your second item, or before you started your fourth, that's one thing, because it's like, oh, well, that's very obviously just a situational
Right, like,
pickup.
oh, you feel like you need it in lanes, you need
need
you need
it
the extra
lane,
health.
like in these skirmishes, Akali's taking you down, but you're so close to the goal line here.
Absolutely.
Why are you looking at your Infinity Edge saying, this is okay, but I like a Vamp Scepter?
That is 6k gold over on 100 Steves, despite the kill differential. And as far as OGR is concerned, this is perfect because they have the gold on champions they wanted on. They have it on their Caitlyn. They have it on Camille. Oh, I've played that so much.
But buddy, it's less than 5,000 gold. It's not over 6k.
Okay, well, I can't do math. Okay, it's been a long day. I had work at
Dr. Giggles down here in the bot side takes the inhibitor turret. Actually, now with that open inhibitor, someone is going to have to stay down there, and with no teleports on the side of 100 Steves, they are going to be hard-pressed to try and find a way to defend this Baron.
Absolutely, and they just don't have the tools necessary. They can't get vision in there. They have to be scared of the Alistar. The last thing we do is face check Alistar. Alistar and Galio does not get to move for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, and Trotalor has a two level advantage on Captain Melonhead. That means his smite will be doing like 120 more damage or whatever.
Yep.
But that's really big in a 50-50 because it's no longer a 50-50.
And more importantly, he has 2 finished items, that Black Cleaver, that Warrior. This Graves will be hitting hard, though he has opted in for fleet footwork as opposed to press the attack, so his single target damage will be a bit low because of it.
Oklahoma Good Diamond Rush, knowing that Irelia is bot and doesn't have teleport, they're just going to go ahead and start it. Akali is mid, and now Captain Melonhead moving forward. I think they can just burn it down before before enough members come in to stop them. Himana's here, but he can't really pull. Yeah, he can't pull anyone notable. Captain Melonhead gonna go down to. Going to go down to the ace in the hole. Silverhammer chasing down Himana once he gets that. Nope, he's going to use his deep water dive to get away. Now, with the Baron empowered minions, the team of Oklahoma Good Diamond Rush is going to push down this middle inner turret. There's not much that 100 Steves can do to stop them.
A lot of damage, a lot of CC, and they just don't have the damage.
Yeah, they don't have enough damage to take down these targets. Hey, Emma Hudson, great target for basically anyone, but even Juice on Lime at a 1-3-1 kill score can't take him down only with an item and a half. One of those, and that half item is a Seeker's Armor, but that's a great Irelia ultimate. Himana is going to be taken down. That's the Hextech ultimatum is going to be broken and lets the rest of 100 Steves jump away, only losing Himana in that fight, and they're going to lose that inhibitor. Now Emma Hudson moving toward the bot lane inhibitor, taking the safe route, but Hike is going to go down to Hayabusa Taicho. Now Silverhammer dies to Captain Melonhead, who is going to be sieged down by Emma Hudson. He's going to get taken down by Dr. Giggles X3. 4 members of OGR in this blue side base, waiting for a minion wave, but taking down these Nexus turrets. It looks like they're going to be going for the game. Himana the only one up.
Yeah, Galio definitely did a great job there.
Yeah, Galio interrupting the Himana's Pike dash, and now 4 of them left. Still 4 of them, no one dying to Himana. OGR is going to take the game over 100 Steves.
Absolutely fantastic done there. Their ADC just putting out so much damage. Graves doing well. I love how Giggles played this Camille. I really do. Galio making certain to stay back, that no one can get onto Imahata in the first place with the taunt, the knockup, the get the stand not stand united. Whoops, hero's entrance.
It's
Wrongs.
basically the mid laner stand united.
Yes, exactly. Really well done. I love the play they had for it.
All right, that I believe that will end up being our last game of the day. Unfortunately, we cannot recover the Team Fish Taco Death Cap for Cutie game. So, unfortunately, that one will not be streamed. But you still got 5 games.
Do we know the results of the game?
I'm pretty sure. Let's find out. And let's move back to us. Our
Woo!
beautiful faces.
Yep.
Hello,
I'm still in
everybody.
my fantastic work uniform, as is modeled by yours truly.
Let's look at the match history.
Yeah.
So it was a victory. The series was a victory for Team Fish Taco. Takes down Deathcap for Cutie in a 2-1 victory.
Absolutely.
Let's see. How did it go? It looks like Garen. It's
Garen.
Garen top, right?
I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna say that was Garen mid and it bladed Aurelio.
Okay, Garen. Yeah. Team Fish Taco played Garen mid into Irelia mid, and ended up sending their Vladimir to face Yorick in the top lane. Garen carried the game with an 8-2 and 4 scoreline.
Actually, I take it back. I'm sorry. Looking at score lines, like Vlad makes more sense in mid because 3-2-5,
Yeah,
2-3.
yeah,
Yeah,
3-2-5
that's
to
it. Sorry,
2-3-2 and
sorry.
8-2-4 to
Garen
1-5.
still carrying the
Okay,
game on his
so
back.
Garen still carried the game, but he did it from the top lane.
Exactly.
It was confusing because he has Ignite
Yep.
rather than Teleport, and
Yep.
Vladimir had Teleport, so we thought that was
Yeah,
that. So Team Fish Taco taking the win over Deathcap for Cutie, let's take a look at the standings at the end of the week. All right, so sitting at the top, Kansas State University. I believe they won.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so Kansas State University with their win over Landsneck, they take 2-0. Propulsion Esports winning over. Wait, is this gold?
No, that's
Is Bingo Squad Gaming?
I don't know, my dude. I just work here.
Huh. I didn't know that. That can't be right.
That's propulsion. Propulsion is diamond.
Yeah, but Bingo Squad isn't.
Huh. Maybe that explains.
Oh, right. This is just combined.
Yep. Either way.
Okay. Well, Propulsion Esports Diamond. Let's see if we can find them. Oh, here we go. With the win over the Golden Gatekeepers, they also move to 2-0. Return of the Middle Six, losing to Kansas Wesleyan University, puts both of them at 1-1. Sweet Anime Thighs winning.
They lost. Sweet Anime Thighs.
Losing. Sweet Anime Thighs losing to Unlucky Retribution. There we go.
Right, which means that and Sneck.
Unlucky Retribution is now a 2-0 team. Sweet Anime Thighs joins Return of the Middle Sticks and Kansas Wesleyan at 1-1. Team Fish Taco as well, winning against Deathcap for Cutie, moves to 2-0. Deathcap for Cutie now at 0-2. And the final game, 100 Steves versus OGR, the battle of the 0-1 teams. OGR moves to 1-1. 100 Steves sitting down at 2-0.
0-2.
Yeah, there we go.
You're good.
2 losses, 0 wins. I'm just keeping you guys on your
100%.
toes.
I mean, it worked out. I was awfully confused.
So with that, the standings will be updated on the website by the end of today. Thank you very much for watching, and sorry that we couldn't get that last game, but we will see you next week.